She's still sick?
Yeah. We're all sick. The whole family's fucking sick.
Wow.
This is what happens when you have kids.
Oh, okay.
Who did you beat up?
I lost my temper at a basketball game. So already. I mean, we're game 25.
Had one game so far.
We're game 25. What does he expect?
You're not in game.
Kids, when the kids don't listen and they don't go into their spots.
Oh, a kid game?
Yes.
I thought you meant your adult league.
No. I punched a metal clipboard, so I got jacked up. But I listen. We come out of a timeout. I'll give you a little quick story. I guess we're starting. We're already here. We come out of a timeout. What's going on over there, Nico?
Yeah, wire caught up. I can't move. Right now I'm good.
He did move the camera too, so.
It's all good. Doesn't matter. We come out of a timeout. We call a timeout because the kids aren't in the right positions. We put 2 new kids in. I tell the kid, hey, go to the left corner. You're going to be in the left corner. They only have certain positions: corner, wing, point guard, corner, wing, point guard on the right side, corner, wing on the right side. I say, go to the left side. You go to this. You go to the right side. The kid on the right side goes right to his corner. The kid on the left side, which is the farther sideline away from us, he goes to the wing. Now it's a play. It's a dribble handoff to the left wing guy. He's not supposed to be taking the ball in this position. We're trying to give it to like one of our better players. He's supposed to be in the corner so that they could kick out a 3 to him. He goes into the fucking wing. After the timeout, I pointed it to on the dry erase board and I'm pointing where it is. I walked onto the court halfway, almost onto the paint, and told him where he was going, and he still fucks it up. So the guy that's supposed to get the ball is like, oh fuck, maybe I'm supposed to be in the corner, and goes into the corner or just filled the empty space. So then it goes to this kid, immediately stolen. So I flipped out and punched my clipboard. That's why my fingers are
This kid, first of all, this kid is what, 10?
He might be 11. He's either 10 or 11. One or the other. I mean, come on. You can listen.
Look at his hand.
It's like,
look at shoulder camera. Look.
It's like,
yeah, that's hilarious.
Well, the worst part about it is that it's a metal clipboard like a construction guy would have. Do you know what I'm talking about?
A foreman would have.
And it has like, it could put the slices of paper on the inside. It closes. It's like the big metal ones, like a gas station would have them. Yeah. So I caught it on like the not the actual clipboard, but like where it clips on.
The edge.
There's an edge. It's a sharp edge. So it was not a great game.
Not going to jump out the window, right?
No, she should be fine.
There is no screen on.
There's no screen.
Wait, where's the camera?
In like hanging out
the window.
She's looking outside. She ain't gonna. Oh my god. She's not gonna jump out 2 stories, Chrissy.
If she,
the cat's not gonna. She was kind of halfway out.
Okay, close the window then, Chris. If the camera's overheat, it's fine.
She would have been out.
All right, just close the window.
Then
and
we would have
shut up.
had to do an IQ. We would have had to do an IQ test for the cat because that would have been the most retarded thing.
Could you
ever. It's
imagine?
like 20 feet in the air.
Do you know her other cat did this once? I was at her house, and this is when she was living over in Saugus with her parents. All Saugus girls are sluts too. That's another thing that a lot.
I just see her face.
Shout out Dave, listener of the podcast. That's his
Dave's hot take.
That's his hot take. All Saugus girls are sluts. I'm like, well, my wife's from Saugus. Like, oh, maybe that she's the exception to the rule.
Nice recovery.
Yeah. So where was I going with that? Oh, that happened to us in Saugus, right? So she's out there. The cat's in the fucking bathroom. The bathroom's on the second floor. Thank God it was fucking snowing out. It fell down and hit like like a roof, like it had like a side roof that was over the bottom door that was underneath the bathroom window.
Right, like when you walk into Justin's apartment.
Yes, like that. Hit the thing and fell and then just started walking around. Thank God.
So the cat tried to commit suicide.
The cat tried to kill itself because it couldn't deal with the slutty Saugus girls that lived in the
Like
house.
they're so slutty. I can't.
On the roof.
Yeah, there's like cat friends on the roof. Where was I going with basketball? I don't even remember. I feel like I was in the middle of saying something.
That's just what he said.
Oh, we're down 8 points, minute and a half left, came back, won it in overtime. That's not bad.
That's awesome.
Fucking
So
great
the vibes were going.
Especially in
The
a
vibes were going.
10-year-old
Yes,
basketball
yeah, the
game.
vibes were
That's not
going.
like a lot. To get that many points in a row in that small amount of time, that's kind of nuts.
Just to let you know, that kid never saw the rest of the court, the rest of the game.
As he
he
should've.
couldn't.
As he-
Sorry,
So
if you're not
now-
listening, you're out.
Here's my question.
If you're not listening, you're out.
We
That's
all
fine, that's
remember
fair.
our coaches like as youths. Like we remember who coached us. So you're leaving a lasting impression on these kids.
Well, I've coached this kid in a few different sports. He loves me. The parents love me. Listen, I'm a great coach in terms of you're going to get me flipping out, but you're also going to get the fun times. We're going to have a good time. We're going to make sure we get candy for the kids. We're going to make sure we do all that. We throw little parties for the kids. So I'm a great coach in that aspect. You're going to know that, listen, the temp is going to run a little hot sometimes. Both me and the head coach. I'm only assistant coach, so I don't have that much stress on me. It got me a little worked up. I'll be honest. Got me a little worked up. Coached him in football. He's a great kid. Great fucking kid. But you got to listen. So we were in this, and here's the best part. Throughout the rest of before this game, if you were off your guy, because we should have beat this team by 45. Not a lot of athletes on their team. Great team ball. That's what they were playing. Passing, cutting, which we're not great at. We have a bunch of stars that drive, that go like one-on-one. They drive. So it's one of those things. So it's kind of like the Celtics, it's Tatum's turn. It's Brown's turn.
Exactly. That's what they watch on TV now.
Right,
That's what
exactly.
the game is that they watch.
It does suck. So it is good to go versus a team that's playing team ball. But no, I think that they love me. I do think that they probably got a little intimidated, maybe. But before this, leading up to it, we were taking kids out. So if they were off their guy or they weren't, defending that back cut, defending that V cut, you're out. So they'd be going in for 10 seconds. See you later. Put the next kid in. Next man up.
Does your kid get embarrassed?
No, my kid's used to it by now.
Yeah, he's definitely.
He's used to it.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Why do you remind me of like Rick Ross, like a white Rick Ross right now?
Well, because every day I'm hustling. That's number one.
I don't know what it is. I think it's like
What do you think?
the fresh.
I push and then I
He's
ride.
got like a
I'm
fresh
thinking.
pick.
I'm thinking like.
I bicked it today.
I'm thinking like a Russian mob boss.
Yeah, you got like a fresh pick going. You got like you got this vest.
It
Glasses.
does. It does look like you're wearing a neck pillow.
Oh, because of this. Oh, yeah. Because of this.
Like I can't unsee that when I'm looking in the camera. Like right here. Like look at this. Look at this.
You
Hey.
look like you're ready to board it in.
no, I'm actually
this
on
guy
the plane
looks
right now.
like he
I
just
bought
boarded
this
the plane.
at what's the stores in the middle of the thing?
Like the kiosk.
It's like
thing.
luggage R Us.
No, it's like Ocean Market or Chrissy. What's the stores that you buy the neck pillows at the mall at the airport?
Yeah, right.
Everyone
Okay.
knows it. The market. I can't think of the name of it. People are gonna be like, "How didn't you know that?" And the thing.
Like where you buy
Sorry,
the
my
booze?
brain's not working.
Like where you buy the booze?
The books and all that shit.
Kiosk.
No, there's like a specific name. They're in every single terminal across the country.
I want to go on a vacation.
It's like Cinnabon for airports, but you just get all the fucking knickknacks. You get your snacks. You get your neck pillow.
Oh,
Looks like I just walked out of there.
Fuck. I know.
You know what I'm talking
I know
about?
what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know the name.
He's looking it up now. But yeah, I could see that. Maybe a little Russian mob boss. I mean, these glasses are a little ridiculous. These are probably the flashiest ones I have, I think, in terms of the side and everything. The Cazal joints, I'm probably going to get them in a few different colors. Why not?
Why not, dude? Get more.
Instead,
Caribou in motion?
no,
Oh, why not?
come on, guys.
That's what's pulling up, dude.
I'm gonna have to look this
Yeah.
up myself. Airport terminal store name.
Dude, I swear I had something to talk about. I forget. That's why you got to write things down, dude.
Hudson?
Hudson. He got it. Hudson Marketplace.
We got there, guys.
The Hudson Marketplace. That's what I look like. Stop stress out of there. You know, it looks like I do like physical labor with the Carhartt
It's like
stuff.
your neck hurts.
It actually is super comfortable. I've been wearing this vest, because we have the windows open so the cameras don't overheat. By the way, got new dummy batteries and a rig. We're hoping it doesn't happen again. It probably will still happen.
It's gonna.
Because she just closed the window because she thought the cat was going to
Cat
die.
was gonna die.
She has PTSD. She clearly has PTSD.
But there is a chill. There's a chill in here, so I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, it's like 35
My wife
degrees.
is so from Saugus. She's wearing a Kowloon hoodie right now. She'll never come on camera, but she's got a Kowloon hoodie on right now, acting like she's not a slut from Saugus.
Oh, what a sin. I'm going to jump right into it. You know I'm a huge wrestling fan, guys. So I'm going to play you this fucking 4-minute video.
4 minutes.
4 minutes long.
Did you
Al-
watch? Did
Al
you watch?
has not seen this yet.
The Elimination Chamber. You did watch it.
I watched what I needed to watch. I watched
Okay.
the end.
All right,
I'm
so
assuming this is what we're going to be
so
listening.
this is what
I
we're
haven't
gonna
watched it.
we're 4 minutes in. I think it's like it's been all over the fucking internet. We're going to watch this, and I'll give you a little bit of a backstory.
Now,
what's going on?
Joey from Gloucester, you know,
You might want to tune
he
up.
came in to this podcast. He said 3 things. He doesn't respect Nico because he plays video games. He hates his cousin. He hopes he dies. And wrestling's gay. He said those 3 things essentially during the podcast.
So we are going to just hit all 3 of those things.
Yes.
Specifically for Joe, but we are going to start with this.
Joe's from Gloucester.
Cody Rhodes, the moment has arrived.
I think I kind of look like The Rock now looking at it.
Yeah,
I will
a little
open
bit.
my
Yeah.
arms. You will come to me. You will embrace me as your brother, and I will embrace you as my champion.
Travis Scott's probably on Mars.
Dude, you
It is
burning
funny. He's
face.
just in the corner right
I
there.
want it all, Cody. I want your mind.
Did he date the
I
Kardashian
want your
girl?
soul.
Who, Cody?
Travis Scott.
And God,
Yeah. Now Chalamet.
soul. If the answer is yes, then the American nightmare will live forever.
Now, is Cody Rhodes Goldust's son or
Yes.
nephew?
No, he's Goldust's brother.
Goldust's brother.
He's Dusty Rhodes' son.
kid.
Oh, Dusty Rhodes was just slinging that dick everywhere.
Everywhere.
Okay.
The dream dies
They got to be 30 years apart.
They are for a little further apart.
Yeah.
again.
No, but Cody's been wrestling for like 15 years, 20 years now.
Has he made like different names and shit? Is that why he's been
He was
different things?
Stardust.
I don't remember Stardust.
Yeah, him and Goldust wrestled together.
Oh.
He started AEW. Cody Rhodes.
No, I know that. Yep.
I always thought the neck tattoo was fake. John Cena has zillions of dollars. Why wouldn't you fix your hair?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like fully.
It is bad. Like, just get the thing in the back.
Yeah.
Justin has that type of hair in the
I
back.
do, 100%.
He's got the Cena.
All rock.
Can you picture in
Look at
us?
Travis Scott,
No longer belongs.
Burning Sage.
Can you throw us on the picture in picture?
And you know why? Because I gave my soul.
Eh,
to
it's not a
this
big deal.
ring
We're fucking around with this thing.
people a long time ago.
Oh, Cena's getting jacked up in the background.
fired up.
He's on Cody Rhodes' team, it seems like.
Hey, Rock,
Listen,
go yourself.
Oh. And he's jacked up, Cena in
it's
the
all
background.
fired up.
By the way, Peacemaker is such a good TV show.
It's an unbelievable show.
That's what heel he's going to be. burning sage in the corner.
He's got it on himself. He's fucking trying to get it on. What the
Well, he's
fuck?
high as a kite, dude.
Oh my
Yeah.
Probably
god.
on some lean.
Sage in the corner. The rage sage from Travis Scott. The most shocking things I've ever heard said in the history of saying things.
How do we feel about McAfee?
I love him.
Love him.
You like his energy?
Love him. He's a maniac.
Never be JR, never be Jim Lawler.
No, no one's ever.
No,
the
those
king.
those two like have their own seat.
It's Buck and Aikman.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least McAfee's
Yeah,
good.
he's. I don't. Some people get sick of him. I don't know if I
Look
get
at
sick
that
of him.
face.
Oh, Rock's slicing his throat. I don't even know why I'm. Well, I guess for the audio listeners, Rock's slicing his throat. Cena kicks Rhodes in the balls. He is turned heel officially. He's got a weird body, Cena, don't you think?
Yeah, he's built like a fucking gorilla.
Bro, he's like when
He's
he
got
was
just
in
like a
his-
weird, but like the
when he
Rock
was
like
in his
looks.
prime. He was dude. They're huge. Dude, you ever seen Triple H?
He's so big.
No, I know, but I
were
feel
so
like
big.
so huge. See his quadriceps. That's how he blew them both up.
This is old man.
now my question is
Hold up.
this whole episode going to get taken down because we played that full clip?
No idea.
Right? What do you
I'm not
think?
gonna lie, Mike.
Yeah, I did. It's going to get taken down.
That's
Yeah.
legal. That's legal.
No, to be honest, what they do, they
It doesn't have a neck roll.
they're big into like content creators doing that. Like
No,
they do picture in picture all the time.
Yeah,
and then they use those videos into their show.
I have seen.
I've seen people do it.
I think everyone who's been online the past few days has seen that this is a big fucking deal because Cena was always a face forever, and he's turned over to heel. Was I shocked? No, it's wrestling. I mean,
But not only that, listen, just a little backstory. It's like John Cena has the most make-a-wishes of like anybody of all time. So we know
he
that.
is Mr. Make.
so you think he's
is-
good on and off? Is what your point?
He's the ultimate.
No, he is.
No, I know.
He's the ultimate good guy. He's the ultimate superhero. You know. So what's been happening? So this is Cena's,
Shit boyfriend, apparently though.
Yeah, horrible boyfriend.
Right.
This is Cena's farewell tour. So he's like, listen, this is gonna be my last Royal Rumble. He lost. This is gonna be my I deserve to be in the Elimination Chamber for everything I put into this company.
Right.
Just put himself into the match.
Okay.
Right.
So he's checking all the boxes type.
But for the previous year that he wrestled, he kept losing. And he's like, I want to win the 17 championship, which
Right.
is why he's like, why he sold out.
So do you think at WrestleMania he's going to win a championship and then he's going to have to defend it and lose it? So you think he's going to have to
He's
win a
winning.
championship?
He's 1,000% winning, and then he'll
just
lose in SummerSlam.
It's just tough. It's like because we're sitting here and WrestleMania is more than probably like just a little bit outside of like 2 months, maybe like
it's
April, right?
Yeah, we're in March.
Yeah, well, I thought it was like towards like the end of April, so whatever. I thought it was
April like 1st or 2nd.
Oh, all right.
Super
So like
early.
Oh, it's early.
Like 4 weeks out,
yeah,
right?
it's like 3 weeks.
For 4 weeks, everybody's thinking the exact same thing. That's why it's weird to me. It's usually it's not like that. Like no one's seen that one coming.
If you were ever a fan of watching wrestling, this month is what you gotta watch. Like you gotta watch the Raws, SmackDowns, fucking then the pay-per-view of WrestleMania, and then the first episode of Raw after WrestleMania. This is the best time of wrestling.
So this is the
Craziest shit that
primo
happens.
stuff that's going to happen.
Hotties are going to be at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think so.
They just showed up at
So-
NXT.
Yeah.
My only opinion about this is that
They may fuck
they
up.
better knock this out of the park. They better have a great storyline.
gonna- Well,
he's
This
gonna-
honestly, this
he's-
was this is a good storyline.
He's going to change his entrance music. He's going to change the way that he looks. He has to. They said that
Can
they were
he
close.
beat up a child?
They said that they were close.
They should have him throw
A Make-A-Wish
That-
kid off the
like Brock Lesnar did with the kid in the wheelchair.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yes, that's what he should do. He should really stop beating up kids. Would be
that
my opinion.
interview with that kid Chris Vanette that does all the
Yeah.
in that interview, he was like, we were so close to me turning heel. Like I was gonna change my entrance music. I had all new.
Vince
I had
wouldn't
all
do
new
it.
gear. Yeah, because
Vince never would. Pull
Vince
the
right
trigger.
now is just shitting on some girl being pissed. It's diarrhea right now. He's shitting on
He's in talks with Fox to start a new company.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, I think it's actually not a bad idea to have another wrestling thing because this product is garbage. I've said that. This is a good storyline. I was just going to say something and now I forget what I was going to say. Oh, talking about heels. One of the best heel promos I've ever seen in my life is Ted DiBiase. So Ted DiBiase's there.
The $1 million man.
The $1 million man. He's like, hey, listen, kid, I'm going to give you $500 if you can dribble that ball 10 times in a row. It's this little black kid. And he's dribbling it. He's like, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when it's 9, he kicks the ball out and he's like, ha, you're not getting the money this time. Wait till you see this video, dude. It's just such an iconic thing. Cena needs to do something like that. Cena needs to honestly come with a cancer shirt on. Just like I love cancer and just come out like that and just go full heel. I don't want to see this half-ass heel shit. I'm
interested to see what it looks like. I can't, but he didn't come out last night.
No, I think he's going to come out the 20th. It's
they didn't capitalize on that. See what I mean? This is what I'm talking about, Nick. He should have been next day.
Everybody definitely what they be like, oh my God, we're going to get Luke Cena.
What they're doing is his anniversary of his first entrance ever of this John Cena was 20 years ago.
The one where he came Ruthless Aggression?
Yeah, no, that music.
Oh, okay.
So they're trying to line it up to the date of the first time he did that. He's gonna.
People forget that John Cena used to rap. He used to rap on every single thing. That's
John Cena has one of the top 5 best entrance songs.
He does.
He literally went platinum.
Yeah, for that first time.
This is the Ted DiBiase thing. It's so funny.
$1 million man is here.
That's a little black guy for sure, Al.
No, wait, the kid hasn't come yet. This is his guy.
Virgil.
That's Virgil.
And in one hand, Virgil has a basketball. Poor man's sport, basketball, right?
Poor man's sport.
Yeah.
You need to play basketball. All you need is a ball.
Yeah, it's a poor.
And an old raggedy pair of tennis shoes.
This is such good heat.
They take Learjets, limousines, but that's another story. And then the other hand, Virgil has just a small sampling of the $1 million man's millions. And I know that looks like a lot of money to most of you people. As I look around the crowd, it's obvious to me that most of you would do just about anything for a little bit of my money.
It's a poor man's sport. I love that. All you need is a ball.
Some tennis shoes.
Somebody here the opportunity. Look at that, Virgil. Look at the hands waving already. They all want a shot at the money. I'm going to give somebody here the opportunity to make some of my money. Now, all you got to do to make some of my money tonight is bounce the ball. Now, I know that's real difficult for most of you people because you can't chew gum and walk at the same time. But all you got to do is bounce the ball. Now, who wants to make $500? Look at that, Virgil.
Such a cheesy suit he's got on too. I wish it was a nicer suit.
So funny. But back then it probably looked good.
It did look good.
Okay, we got us a little basketball player right here. Security, let's bring him up.
I love how he points to the one black kid in the crowd.
That's what I'm saying. It's probably like Virgil's kid or something.
Yeah, we should look into that. But it would be way funny if it was just some random kid. Look at this poor little black kid.
Sucking on his thumb.
Okay.
He's like, I'm gonna get $500 right now.
We're gonna be able to pay rent, Mama.
That's racist.
Can you dribble a basketball? You can dribble a basketball, okay?
He kind of looks like G Baby.
He does.
He's fucking wicked young.
Basketball 10.
It's like 5.
Let me see you dribble a basketball 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Oh. Okay, pick the ball up, Virgil.
Yep, set him up.
What I'm going to do, Sean,
See how easy it is?
if you can dribble this basketball 15 times consecutively without missing, look at here, I'm going to give you $500. Now, I know you.
He's putting it right in his face. I love how they brought the black guy out so it's not as racist.
Look at his mother.
They had to.
Look at his mother.
Mother's
jumping up.
jacked up, dude. She's jacked up in the background.
I'm sure she's probably gonna freak the fuck out. I want to see what her reaction is when he kicks this ball.
Ready, go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oops. get to 15, Sean. You didn't get to 15.
Oh, she just got the finger down in the background.
Oh, she's like hanging over the railing. She's upset.
And you know what that means?
Look at
That
him.
means, John, is you got to learn
He's so horrified.
cruel fact of life. When you don't do the job right, you
Don't get paid. Let's go. You just learned a cold fact of life. The kid's 5, dude.
That has
Now
to be.
this is why I say like WWE's went downhill from that. You know what I mean? Like the hot girls, the blood.
Yeah.
Push this back.
No.
They're
it's
dropping
fine.
they're
It's fine.
dropping F-bombs and shit now, and they're trying to bring it back with Netflix where they can have a little bit more freedom, which I think is just it's gonna be great.
It took them 2 months to swear.
Yeah, I mean they had to ease into it. They can't just be going crazy.
Oh, I would have disagreed with that. I would have dropped a cunt right in it.
When Triple H came out and was like, ready for that first episode was obnoxious.
It was-
that
yeah, it was bad, dude.
bro.
It was
But
bad.
they
so
try to
bad.
make it an event, and I get
But they
it.
should have done that as
Thanks
not a,
everybody first off at Netflix.
They should have did like you know how like they have the like even on WrestleMania they have that like Friday night where it's just like an entry, like that's what they should have done for that first Raw. Like listen, we're gonna have that like where you're hyping it all up, and then the Raw should have been like on point. So if no one wanted all that glitz and glam, they could have went right to wrestling. That's what I would have done.
I get that. No, I definitely see your point. It's just they were trying to make it like a special event, and I get it. But it didn't hit with a lot of people.
I
It
will
was
tell
all
you right now,
celebrity
my
focused.
kid has not gotten wind of the John Cena thing. He loves himself, the big guy.
He's gonna lose his mind.
I don't know if he's going to lose his mind because I think he's a little more mature than you. But he's going to be close to getting jacked up. He'll definitely want to watch from here on out. So
How hasn't he heard it? Does
he hasn't
not
heard
go
it
on the internet.
He hasn't watched it. I'm sure maybe in school today they'll talk about it. I don't know.
Oh yeah, they'll definitely talk.
Yeah, they might talk about it.
Yeah, of course.
But no one on his team watches wrestling. He's like prime wrestling age. This is like,
But it's
This is the
not. But
point.
it's not prime for kids to watch anymore.
yeah, it is.
There's so much going on.
I don't think
They're
so.
playing
I don't know.
games. There's a bunch of shit
I mean,
going on.
I don't know how it can't be. It's like that's the age.
I
think they got
understand what you're
Roblox,
saying. Like
fucking-
when we were 10, I was definitely into wrestling. We all were.
yeah,
right? It was very
like what you watched.
It was just it's very different now. There's so many more options. That's what I mean. Like there's so many, like you're saying, like I'd rather run Fortnite with the boys than probably watch wrestling.
Yeah, exactly. And like most of the time, he's like, oh, he's looking for like the Patriots score, the Bruins score. The Celtics, Bruins right now.
But right now, also like Patriots aren't on. You're in WrestleMania season.
That's why no 10-year-old kid is thinking about that.
I beg to differ. I think we need to start asking 10-year-olds.
We should imagine if
I'm around 10-year-olds all day. I'm gonna stop. I'll give a.
You gotta bring a poll. We need a poll.
I'll poll to see who watched wrestling. I know for
if you
sure
know-
one kid watched
if
it.
that would be funny if you had like this if your parents were cool and all that would have been funny if you had like the row mics just like hey just real quick courtside are you in WrestleMania mode. Just yes or no, and then
Well,
if they were like,
here's the problem.
they were like,
here's
what?
the problem.
All right.
It's like all the parents today, like they're just trying to give their kids medicine to change their fucking gender instead of letting them watch fucking wrestling. That's what the parents today are doing. So you can only blame the parents for not letting their kids watch wrestling. They're like, you're a girl.
Yeah,
I
like
think Justin
sometimes I
has to-
just never can predict what Justin's gonna go with.
What
like
I would say,
did
though-
not think Justin was
was
just
going
gonna go with. We were just
Justin
talking about-
should be proud though of that because if that was the case, Rhea Ripley wouldn't be a girl in.
It'd be Ryan Ripley.
Yes, because that's how she was born. She was born a guy. She's a guy now. So he's
Justin,
attracted to a
before-
guy.
Lost the championship last night. on Raw.
Before she put on about 70 pounds of muscle.
She wasn't bad looking. When she was an Australian blonde girl, she wasn't bad looking.
Absolutely, absolute rocket. Yeah, put that shrimp on the barbie. But now
Great accent.
she's got
great.
shrimp on the barbells, and I'm all
Yeah,
set.
shrimp
I'm
on
good.
the barbells. Yeah,
I'm
you're
good,
right.
bro.
She's got a shrimp between her legs, I bet, right now. That's what I
Probably
think.
that's bigger than mine.
Yeah.
So
She definitely got a shrimp between her legs.
Yeah, so these kids, I don't know, they're into different shit, dude. They're all playing. You know what the game that is?
see
It's
that-
like hot in the streets right now.
I was just okay. Go ahead.
So, and it's the most boring game I've ever seen in my life. It's called Fish, and it's on Roblox. and all you do is fish in different parts of the world. You can catch like certain big ass fish and shit, like megalodons. Like first of all, you can't catch a megalodon in real life, so it's totally unrealistic. I guess you can't fly down from a
fucking
bus
video game, bro.
and shoot people.
Okay.
It's wicked gay.
No, it's
It's like
not,
picture this
bro.
little
Never
block
heard.
guy like picking,
I
throwing
don't
the
do
rod.
that. I'm a video game guy.
Yeah. My kid's like, this is so boring. I don't know why all my friends are playing this. Now I feel like he's getting bullied into playing it.
Santina would get picked on by me. I would just straight pick on him.
I go, how are you guys playing this game? I guess some of them actually like to fish in real life, but it's like, that can't be the same.
I don't know if how you could be 10 years old and
Like, don't you want to kill somebody? Don't you want to like go GTA 5 and like fuck a hooker in a car at 11?
that's what I wanted.
This
Yeah.
is,
Yeah,
this
my
is-
dad
but
told
this
me.
is my point.
My dad
This
told
is
me
exactly
strictly.
my point, dude.
And then my dad told me strictly about the whole video game deal. He's like, hey, listen, no shooting people in the head. And I'm like, what? I'm like, dude, that's how you kill people.
You get
quicker.
extra
He's
points.
He's like, just try and chill out. He was like, he was cool, but he was like, because he would always go a little bit over the line. Like I said, the Blockbuster thing when the people would scream about, oh, hey, sir, do you know this is an R-rated or M-rated?
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
He's like, yes. Like, but that was his angle. But we really had free play to play anything that we wanted.
They didn't do that in the movies. Imagine if your father was bringing you to the movies, they would be like, sir, you do know that this is rated R.
Didn't they do that though?
No, not when you were with your parent.
My mother would go buy me tickets for like me and my friends and give me the tickets so I can get in.
Well, your mother was cool.
This is what I'm saying. It's like, what is with the parents nowadays? I don't get it.
It's a
different
I've been
world.
exactly like, yeah, it's a whole different world.
Although
My wife
mother
doesn't
wasn't
even
the
want-
model parent either.
Yeah. My wife
Listen,
does. She shit
listen.
outside of a window.
Yeah,
that did happen.
Okay, so there's two different, you know what I mean? There's two different tones.
There's got to be a
Always.
balance.
There's gotta be some balance.
You gotta
Somewhere.
have some balance.
But
somewhere.
my wife and everyone, so we went to my mother-in-law's birthday party at her house. So there was a bunch of like different, family members that are obviously parents now. And there was a consensus that the kids, like most people there were like, the kids shouldn't walk to school. I'm like, that's crazy. Like they can walk to school. I think it's safer now than ever to walk to school because they have walking tracking devices on them. They got their phones.
Yeah.
There's way more people that are alert. It's not like when we were younger. And first of all, another thing, listen to this. I threw out the name Jeffrey Curley and no one knew who the fuck I was talking about. How don't you know who Jeffrey Curley is? Do you know who Jeffrey Curley is?
I'm going to look it up. I probably.
Oh my God.
Back just to your point, I love both my parents dearly. My dad did construction, so he was out of the house before we had to get to school. My mother could give a shit less about literally, it was an annoyance to her at sometimes.
Like just get to
she
the
would
bus
rather
stop.
us actually in this, we had the best chance ever from about December to March to at any point ask my mom when me and Marco had to stay with her if we could stay home from school just because we knew that she didn't like driving us to school. And so
Do you think that's why you don't know certain words?
no, I mean like someone's I feel like for me personally, someone's not telling me something about myself that I don't know about, that like I have a learning disability, because clearly throughout growing up in school, I was in these different classes.
Oh, you were.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, you
I
were
was
those-
in, what's it, IEP?
This is honestly a shocking, right? This is more
Development?
shocking than you coming in 30 seconds. This is more shocking than that you might have like a problem like developing words and like learning.
I don't know, dude. It's kind of sad. It's kind of going backwards. I don't know what I'm going to look like in 5 years. I really don't.
Yeah,
It's kind
you
of
probably
it's
have
kind
the
of
Bruce
scary.
Willis.
I don't think that
kind of a
you,
craze.
I think your like brain get like your feet get ahead of your skis. You ever hear that saying like you get ahead of your skis? Like I think your brain works faster than the word and you can't pull the right word. You pull the wrong word that's so close to the real word
Yeah,
that it confuses us. Like, what do you mean that's not the right word? And then you're like, I don't even know what I just said.
That's why my translator is my brother.
Yeah, he can tell you.
he does. He does a
intellectually,
good
like,
job at that.
He literally knows exactly
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say.
All right.
Yeah.
And so,
So
what is
Jeffrey Curley?
what is
Yeah.
this?
But on October 1st, 1997,
Yep, we were 10.
went for a ride with
I was 3.
neighbors down the
I was about to be 3.
Ferrari and his friend Charles James, seen here. The two men promised to buy him
It's in
a new
Cambridge.
bike to replace his bike, which had been stolen a few weeks before. He never returned.
You don't remember the picture of Jeffrey
Yeah, he
Curley?
looks like Jack DeSantis.
Yes, and he had the blue Marlin shirt on.
Yes.
So I'm like, listen, this happened back in the day. Like,
Welcome to the murder shed.
this is the picture that was
Yeah.
everywhere.
Looks like Jack DeSantis.
Cambridge kid, Jeffrey Curley. He was kidnapped and murdered by 2 kids. I'm pretty sure they raped him. It's a sad
Time
shit.
out. So pause the video. What happened?
So this
That
kid from Cambridge, dude, he was on the side of the road, and these 2 people came up and were like promised to get him a new bike, and he went in the car with them, and they obviously, raped and killed him. This was in Cambridge. We were like 10 years old.
Bro, how
his picture was
sick do you have
everywhere.
to be
Oh,
in the
so
Guy
fucking
just
head,
asked,
bro?
the guy just asked for parole.
yeah, parole that motherfucker. See what they should parole that motherfucker. Someone will get him. They need to get him. I can't believe he's still alive in prison. They should have
How
fucking
the
white
fuck is he
bulbed him.
alive in prison? He's
This is
still
the
alive.
Well, here's a little tip for you guys. They protect the fucking pedophiles and the snitches in prison, like the system does.
The system does. The people
system does.
don't. The people don't. The people.
If you even say if you could tell a motherfucking a regular person, go fuck yourself, let's beef. But if you do that to a pedophile, all of a sudden you're in the hole for fucking
Yeah, because
48
they were
hours.
killing all of them.
Yeah. And
they
God
still,
willing,
they
rightfully
still,
so.
they still
there should be
do.
no rules to a pedophile.
Yeah, look,
absolutely
he-
0 rules.
this dude just-
it should be free reign. I bet you if you let people kill pedophiles, there'd be less pedophiles.
It's like you think of the logic of like what they did and the details of what they did. Now, let those people sit in a room full of people of their own age and let them not only be judged, but let them be legit, like served up on a platter.
Street justice is a thing, and that should exist in all forms of society. If Nico decides to touch because he can't last with full women, he thinks he can last longer with a 6-year-old girl.
Jeez.
He deserves to die. Like, and this is my cousin that I love.
Yeah.
I think that everyone here would be like, listen, if someone killed him, I would be like, I get it. Like, I love that kid.
Yeah, I can just.
but he's a
yeah,
fucking
but
weirdo.
it would be us that beat the shit out of him.
Yeah,
like bad.
it's insane. It's a crazy thing. You touch a kid, all rules should go out of society.
Yeah, so this dickhead is
But
trying
my
to get
point
parole.
about that is like they're trying to say, oh, society's crazy. No, society's not crazy. It's actually safer statistically. It's just that we hear about more shit because of because of the internet, the invent of the internet, and all these documentaries. So my wife is fucking obsessed with documentaries. She wants to watch every documentary. She's basically heard and watched a documentary of every kidnapping that's ever happened in all of society.
Yeah, and these are the things that fuck you up and not
Yes.
let you want to let your kid outside.
Right.
I know. Okay, fine. That's cool. It's crazy to me that like I grew up, like my summers were growing up literally on the street that I'm looking at. And from about 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., the amount of
10
people
p.m.
that you to 10 to 10 to when the street lights came on, whatever, 9 p.m., 10 p.m., the streets were flooded.
I know.
With people.
I know.
Like foot traffic was insane. We could go on whenever school gets out, we could go on July 1st and just drive around the city. And I want we could count how many like kids are just out socializing, just doing that. We used to go on like these weird adventures, like, start here, go here, end up here. And by 2:00, we're going to meet down the field, play some baseball. After that, we're going to go get pizza at Nani's or at Mac's. It's like
You could walk around. Yeah.
you could walk around. And
I lived on Lincoln Street for a while.
it did get held at gunpoint outside of Subway on Broadway.
All of
Yeah, that's different.
So the same thing on Lincoln Street. There was probably like 50 kids. They had the gang unit coming down because they thought we were a gang.
Yeah.
They
running
started. The
around.
police started to do that here when your time was passed. Remember
kingdom.
how many people used to be
kingdom.
down here? This is the kingdom.
That's what they used to call
right.
it.
It's like
Yeah.
I'm so happy that I grew up in a time where there's certain people that remember that. Cause like that's when you can be like, oh, like you remember? I'm like, I lived there. That's where I lived. I lived in you'd come to the kingdom from Beachmont. Just so retrospect for people that's literally on the other side of Revere, would come to this one specific location right out here at this cul-de-sac. No one would abide by that fucking stupid stop sign. It would get torn out of the street at least once every 2 weeks. It was like, it was awesome.
The kingdom was fun because I'll tell you about first of all, the kingdom is a ridiculous name. I'm the king, but that's fine. A group of younger kids once they
the king.
we're the kings. We're the kings.
We're the kings
They
of the
came a little
kingdom.
after. I feel like we had an influence on them. That's fine. But the kingdom was fun because every night, like I'd be trying to give my wife my girlfriend at the time some sloppy 3 minutes of sex of Al's dick. And there would be
Wendy's breath sex.
Yes, exactly. And there would be there'd be a fight outside. There'd be the cops coming down. Every single night, someone would be screaming. The so-called king would be flipping out, punching someone in the face. So it was good entertainment. You know, me and her would be just
We had
watching
a solid
outside the
king.
window. Yeah.
Solid king, dude. We all fell in line. I didn't even care if I was labeled as like the jester, because that's exactly what it was. We had a bunch of fun.
Yeah.
But Kevin was like,
I don't care what anybody says, Al. We 1,000% started that and influenced their lives.
Yeah,
You think so? You think so? You think you had like that?
Dude, 100%.
It started like a smaller group, and then it just became where everybody was, and it's because
the best part is I didn't even know it was called the Kingdom.
Yeah.
So listen to this. So I'm working in the restaurant, and we hired the Revere girl, and she's there, and she's like, "Oh, you still live over there?" Because I knew her brother, God rest in peace. And she's like, "Oh, you live in the Kingdom." I'm like, "The Kingdom? What the fuck's the Kingdom? What do you mean? What's the Kingdom?" She said she was like 16 at the time.
it's a new established part of Revere.
I'm like, "The Kingdom?"
Like, we got Oak Island.
She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, who's the king?" And then she says the kid's name, and I'm like, "I'm the fucking king." I told her, I go, "I'm the fucking king of the thing." But it's
And
funny.
every time you'd make an appearance every now and then out the window, or like you'd come out to the stairs. And
I loved it though. Like I never got mad at them, because it was just kids being kids, and it's like, obviously, listen, everywhere, no matter where
we
you
weren't
grew
breaking
up,
windows. We weren't
No,
like
not
breaking
only
the law,
that
bro.
is, like,
everyone was
they're drinking,
everyone was
having
hanging
fun.
out.
They get
smoking.
They didn't fuck with any of us, because like I said,
How
we started the
hold
kingdom.
on, how are you gonna get mad at somebody, right? How are you gonna get mad at a family, right? Whatever people call them wild, all this shit. How are you gonna get mad at them when they're fucking bringing in your mother's groceries, when they're shoveling your fucking thing?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? This is a neighborhood. Neighborhoods mean shit. Like you look out for your neighbors. So if they're getting a little fucking wild,
we were
drinking, smoking, who gives a fuck?
We had it all.
We let
man.
them all play with us when they were children.
Yeah.
And we were like that age. So we let them like play stickball with us, and we let them play football with us. And we always included them in everything we did. So they just had that respect, and it's still mutual. Anytime I see those kids out, it's always nothing but love.
Yeah, I mean, we took it. I think we turned it up. There'd be 60 to 70 people down here. You couldn't.
No, it was definitely. I'm gonna say something.
It looked like a Fast and Furious hangout.
This is what it was. If we were Fast and Furious 1,
Yeah.
they were Fast and Furious 7, because of like we weren't like, I wasn't allowed to have parties here.
Yeah.
So like that wasn't allowed.
There was
Too many people here. My mother here, my grandmother here. So it was like I couldn't have parties. Like we had to go other places for the party aspect.
That backyard. We're in that backyard.
So they brought it up to another level, and like I loved it. I love to see the kids. I love to see the boys being boys.
Dude,
the boys being boys is always
It's a good vibe.
It's a great thing.
Yeah.
That's just how we fucking grew up. It's like the
you
boys
go-
were being the boys.
we go to the golf league, right? That I'm in.
Yeah.
Every one of the kids that are there, we have fucking 12 teams of 2. There's 24 guys. All those guys, or like 22 of them at least, I all grew up with.
Yeah.
I all grew up with, and they can always every
Flow
time
Golf's
attest-
on one, dude. Everyone I know is at Flow Golf in the league. Legitimately, I feel like I'll be on a story on like a Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and there's people in it.
Yeah.
People going crazy.
I might have a contract offer for you.
Okay, let's hear it.
I might
Do you
have
wanna
a
do it now?
No, but it's still in the works. But for you,
Just for me.
it's just for to be my partner in the.
Oh, it's your partner.
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't know if it was
I'm gonna take on my own team.
when would this be? Which weeks would it start?
It's a year out, but it's
next year. Okay, good.
buffering.
I was gonna say we're getting into real golf season.
No, we're getting into real golf season. You're gonna turn it up.
Speaking of simulated golf,
Unbelievable. Al bought one of the best wedges. I bought it in the real game. I bought it.
I haven't bought it yet. I haven't bought it yet.
You're a fucking piece of
I
shit.
know.
Then
I
you're
know.
a piece of
It's
shit
a special order.
you did tell me that I got you fired up to do it. So
I know. No, I said I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Is what I said.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna do it. I haven't done it, but I'm definitely gonna get that. That wedge is matching. Picture me with these glasses and that wedge. Sick.
It's like champagne gold.
Yeah, dude, it is sick. It is sick. I need new wedges anyways. You can talk
Me
me
too.
new wedges in 2 seconds.
too.
I'm not getting the spin.
You said speaking of simulator.
Oh, speaking of simulated golf, now. I consider myself not the golf expert on this podcast, but probably the most
That's-
seasoned vet in terms of golf.
It's
in
certainly
general.
not me.
It's not Justin.
Right.
Nico's getting more into it. Your brother posting a 69 is the most unrealistic score
did see
I've ever
that,
seen in
and
my
it's
life.
just like how many mulligans?
2 people text me about that.
I mean, I'm glad he's doing better.
Saying congratulations.
That's crazy.
That's it.
Yeah, how many mulligans?
I told it, I
I don't know.
I always
don't know.
text
He's
him
got
like,
the
dude,
golf
I
coach
still
thing.
got you by like 20, 25 on a real course because it's totally different. In simulated golf, you have to actually know how to play simulated golf. He beat a golf pro by 13 shots, who's the golf pro who teaches golf, right? So you have to shoot, I think, even par to become a golf pro. You have to shoot even par at like a test. So you go to a course, 3 days, you have to average 72. You have to average even. So he beat this kid on this thing by 13 strokes. If you can game and gimmick the simulated golf, you can't do it in real life. So if people, I have a lot of people on my things like, is this real? There's no way this is real. How many mulligans? Now he swears he took no mulligans. He did have the putt assist. So he was doing the putt assist, which I don't know if he had the gimmies at 8 feet, 10 feet or whatever. But I would say realistically.
Oh, I know what you mean. The circle around.
Yes.
The whole, I was going to say, even if you get like the red line and like the grid, it's still very hard.
Yeah. So he's got this gimmick because he's been playing it fucking every day pretty much.
It's a video game.
It's a video game.
Stop. It's a video. He's playing a video game. That's like me dominating in Madden and saying I won the fucking Super Bowl. But if I go on a real, don't get me fighting.
Well,
I think it's
slightly different.
Slightly different.
Okay, it's like playing VR. Fucking.
Well,
it's like me doing this Madden
are you saying
in VR.
boxing, like you knocking out Floyd Mayweather? Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, here's my point. My point is,
I think personally, from playing in the simulated league and been playing in front of a simulator for a minute, you've done it. I totally think my golf game in the simulator is like is pretty solid. Like I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Because it's like, how the fuck did I go from outside to inside? And now all of a sudden my drives are going, I'm driving the ball 270, at like 255 to 270
I was just going to get to that because I was averaging, last time I went with your father and I think Fatzak, I was averaging like 235 to 245 driving. When I'm on a fucking golf course, I'm driving this ball 215 to 220 every single time.
Right.
So it's adding 20 yards to my shit.
Yeah.
Every club I had a club down 2 or 3. And if there's one thing about my golf game is I know what every single club's gonna do. If I hit this thing perfect, it's going the same distance every single time. That's the one thing that I got down. My wedges, everything, it's all off. Everything's off about it. I don't trust anything. So when you come into my inbox and say, is this legit? Is Marco gonna beat you this year? Marco's never gonna beat me this year. Give him another year.
I'm gonna beat Al this year.
Guys, I will outscore that. Give me like a month going to the fucking simulator.
I'll give you $1,000.
And I guarantee you I'll beat that score.
Yeah, you have to actually hit the ball, Justin.
Yeah, I will.
don't know.
I said give me a month.
That's what I'm trying to tell him.
I'll actually, you know what? I'm going to pay for your membership for a month. I'll pay for your membership.
I'm telling you,
it's like $280. I'm going to pay for your membership. So that's a $280
I'll split it with
thing.
you. I'll split it with you.
That's $280. Justin, if Justin can get a 69 with no mulligans and 6 foot gimmies, I think that's fair, right? Because we usually play 6 foot gimmies.
Yeah, 6.5.
do it.
So it's 6.5, 6.56.
6.56.
And then watch me just gloat. I'm the gloat man.
Well, I will say one thing is that Justin, nothing would get Justin harder than to beat Marco at something. Like that is like his high of the high, would you say?
It's just, the thing is, it's just not, the point I'm trying to make, guys, it's not the same thing. And you just laid out why. It's not even,
I'm
scared to be impressed.
I'm scared for when I go out this year now. I'm scared for when I go out to play real golf.
Yeah, it's going to fuck you up.
It's going to fuck you guys
100%.
It's going to fuck me up because I'm going to be like, my drives aren't slicing as much. Like they're going pretty good, and like my chipping is like the joke that like when I first started in the league is like I'm first team all hands. So like you know,
you know what's got
I credit this guy all the more. We stayed for an hour and a half over in Lynn, and you helped me learn how to chip. And ever since then, I've been pretty good at chipping on.
Yeah,
that
you've
was like,
been doing very good chipping. Tommy Garino has great hands. He can't fucking keep the ball on the planet, but he's got great hands.
he can't keep the
You can't
ball
give
on
a-
the planet.
I feel like hockey players, that's their thing. They hit it far when they hit it straight. They spray the ball, but around the greens, they're pretty good. They can putt pretty well, and they can get the ball on the ground. You guys got soft hands because you're used to those fucking soft passes. You got to make
Well,
that
you-
cross
well,
pass.
you-
Putting's the only game I have.
I don't even think you have that.
It's the only game I have. Putting's the only game I have.
bro, if I could go back to that round of golf that us four played, us three and Fat Sucker at Brain.
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing with me in golf. I know I'm horrible at it. I'll never claim to be good at it, but I have fun being out there. I'm not going to be smashing my club. I don't care if I send the ball into the woods.
Oh, then you
I don't
and
care
Mark
if I
Lewis
send
had
it.
two totally
I don't
different
care if I
people.
send it 5 feet.
How do we still
I
not
just
have
think it's
that
fun for
video
me.
of him crashing his 7-iron all over a tree? and breaking it up?
I love Tyler.
I'm gonna actually take.
I love
I'm
that
texting
kid.
him.
I love that kid, Tyler Sella. I think that he's an absolute time. When we had. I'm not trying
I think
to
it's a
mock up
Mako
our
thing,
own
right?
tree.
Do you think it's
I
Mako?
don't know if it's a Mako. No, I don't. Mako said that. I thought that Mako said that he was on him, and then
Maybe he just had too much because he
Maybe he
feels
just
like
had-
he has his hands in a lot of
I
pots.
feel like that kid is has Jay Fine-esque traits, and the fact of that he just has so much going on. Like
these video guys that are creative, like fucking Brody and shit, like they just have too much shit, too much film to like comb through. But
let
that
us
to
know.
me, if that was me, I would have had that up in 7 minutes. It would have been out before the fucking round start. Before the round was over, I would have had that clip.
that was crazy. Mako legit tomahawked a tree branch and snapped his iron right in half. I've watched Mako Donkey Kong slam his iron into the fairway and just like it looked like a small caliber bullet was shot into the ground.
Yeah, but
I'm all about golf for the hang.
Did Justin-
let me drive around, smoke a cigar, chop it up. It doesn't matter. I
Yes,
just like
you're
being
right.
there.
Justin's right about that. You have to.
Absolutely, bro. Try different clubs, see what
That's all.
happens.
Yeah.
But
You know what I mean?
see, the problem with him is Mako feels like this is the problem. Mako feels like he's a better athlete and he's better at sports than the Fat Sucker. So it gets him mad that the Fat Sucker can sometimes score lower than him sometimes, even though we did go out and Fat Sucker put up like a 125.
I'm trying to think on this, but like I don't even know how that would bother you because like,
I
I
agree.
would say in
It's
more
different.
categories than not, you probably are a better athlete than
Yeah.
Alex.
Do you know
Alex
what game
has
I
you in-
play
in-
when I go golf? I'm gonna tell you right now. Not to lose all my balls.
Yes.
That's
I
like-
want to finish. With
I bet
the
you
balls
if you
left.
played that legitimate game in your head, you'd actually have a good time golfing in general.
Speaking of golf balls, I have a good line on used golf balls that a fucking old guy over at some country club, a rich country club he's a member of, he refinishes the balls. So all these fucking old fucks who don't want to look for their balls, they're in the lake. He refinishes them, cleans them up. So you get like Pro V1s for somewhere in the range of $1.75 a ball when you're paying $4 to $5 a ball.
That's not bad.
So if you do have any needs, I got a guy. So
You know
he
who-
can come in the
You got a
DMs.
You know who else is like that?
Who?
My old man.
He should.
My old man's got you. If you ever need, there's a fucking cardboard box. It's like this fucking big with just all golf.
Well-
He's like, oh, we're going golfing. He shows up. He's like, all right. He's like, here. It's like a fucking grocery bag. I'm like, what
Yeah,
is this?
look-
Like, it's 15 golf balls.
Yeah.
You don't want it? He was like,
I should
I'm
actually
like,
text your
I'll
father.
take
Your
it.
father might take some of these balls because this guy puts them into this UPS box. They're these UPS shippers. I don't know if he used to work for UPS or whatever. USPS, Postal Service, PO. He puts them into the box. He cleans them up. He tells you what year they are, what condition they're in.
That's
so there's like up to 5As, 4As. And then if there's any mark on it, it's automatically a 3 or a 4A, even if someone marks their ball. So all my balls, I usually mark them. It automatically drops down the condition of them. But we get these things back. They're clean. They look like they're brand fucking new. No scuff marks, nothing on them.
Nice.
And this guy is fucking, he's clearly autistic, this guy. So he's a 60-year-old autistic guy. He's probably 70 actually, who just like sits home and just like, I think his wife died too. So he's probably got even more time. And he just comes him up and he's like, he got every fucking one. The only ones he picks up are like Callaway Chrome Softs and Titleist Pro V1s. Everything else he just leaves. So he's like, I don't even care about these other balls. I'm not going to waste my time on them.
guy's fucking legit.
Oh yeah. As legit as they come. My man Cliff.
Yeah, so I want us to be able to go out. even though I stink at it, I just enjoy the hang and I like to have fun doing it. So it doesn't bother me if I stink, if it doesn't bother you guys. I mean, it shouldn't be holding you guys back.
No, it doesn't hold us back at all. It's all about the hang. What I will say is that I golf with a lot of people that are really fucking bad at golf. But no one cares. No one cares. You have a good time. You have some swing juice.
Well, I'm going to make fun of myself more than anybody else could because I know I'm horrible.
My father-in-law is not a great golfer at all. He might be the funnest person to golf with on the face of the fucking planet.
Yeah.
He comes, he brings his fucking 64-ounce Yeti filled with Bloody Marys. He's ready to roll.
Ready to go.
We're drinking our faces off, having a good time, and we just have a fun time. He can't wear a hat to save his soul. It's the craziest thing. You can ask my wife. He wears this hat, and it's like it sits on the top of his head. He doesn't pull it all the way down. I don't know if it's because he's bald. It like gets stuck on his head. I'm gonna take a picture of him next time. Like he's it's the craziest thing how he wears his hat. Like, do you ever see when someone's hat like flips up in the back and you see the tag like on those flex fits? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Maybe, yeah.
He's like that, but he just has a good time. He's way better than Justin, 1,000 times better. I've seen him hole out from 60 yards. He's better than Justin. He's not the greatest golfer, but it's just a fun time. You pick up your ball when you're fucking done with the hole. Don't finish the hole. Have a good time. Drink. Have fun. That's what golf's all about. Because guess what? None of us are going pro.
Nobody cares.
All we are is to have a good time, forget about our life.
I would be everybody's favorite golfer. I would. I'd be everybody's favorite golfer.
If you were actually imagine if you were like really good.
Yeah. And I would
Fat
go.
Perez.
Yes. And I would go like totally against the grain. Like, you see these golfers, like no one's really got tattoos. So they're not allowed to wear shorts.
Only in practice rounds now. They're allowing it in practice rounds.
That's fucking whack. Anyhow,
why?
I don't.
Stupid. My opinion is they should all be able to wear drive carts.
What about in that other golf league? What about in like the Saudi golf league?
Yeah, they're allowed to wear shorts.
Live.
They're allowed to. I don't think they're allowed to take carts yet.
Liv's gangsta because just like how I would like to do it, when I pull up to the box and I'm about to drive, like you got like Travis Scott.
Yeah.
You got Travis Scott like blaring in the background, which I think it's cool.
It's a shit product though. I'll tell you why, because the golf isn't as good.
Okay, fine.
They're not playing the nice courses.
Shit product, whatever. Yeah. They're not playing nice courses. That's cool. They do have some elements though of like how to bring like a little bit of life to golf instead of it being like this uppity, like, white collar, like, okay, get to the tee box with your white shined leather shoes. Like, this is like, we're playing like 50 Cent, like we're jamming out. Like,
if I was the PGA
just
Tour,
like go over a 300-foot bomb and everyone's going crazy and fired up.
If I was the PGA Tour, I would 100% take the good elements of Live and apply it to them. Now, you can't do everything. Like some courses, like there's going to be some courses like Augusta. Unfortunately, it's like hallowed ground, right? You cannot do all that shit. There's certain types of respect. So maybe for the majors, you don't get that crazy, but you tone it up a little bit.
Waste management.
Waste management should be a fucking shit show.
My buddy went because he just happened to become friends when he moved down to Arizona.
I think on the 16th hole, which is that the par 3, I think it's 16 or 17. I'm pretty sure it's 16. It's like the craziest hole in all of sports. It's down the thing. There's like 100,000 people on one hole. Everyone's going crazy when you hit the green. They boo you when you don't hit the green. That's the one thing in the PGA that they have right. You should have to do a line of coke before you hit the ball. Like they should take it like that fucking
You're
crazy.
Take a bump.
Just take a bump on 15.
It's that type of atmosphere.
It is that atmosphere.
I've played the hole on fucking the game. It's like 165 yards out. It's straight down the bucket. You see all of them sitting around. Everybody's going crazy.
I'm pretty sure Tiger got a hole in one on his first year. First or second year, like 97, 98 or something, he got a hole in one. It was wild.
Yeah,
he was pumping the crowd up.
So they were deaf doing coke then.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, his son's going to be fucking spectacular.
I don't know. I guarantee he'll never. First of all, he's never going to live up to Tiger. I don't think he'll ever win a major. I don't think he's going to be that good because he's not even like dominant. Tiger in his junior years went something like he won like 60 straight tournaments. He was like 16. He's definitely
not. I never just like Bronny. Like he's not going to be better than his father, but I think he's definitely going to be a good golfer.
if Bronny's the limit, Bronny shouldn't even be in the league. Did you see that video where like he was sitting on the bench? So he's sitting on the bench to start the game. He's sitting on the bench. Then they show him in the second half and he's in the second row behind the bench. Like they didn't have enough room on. They're like, Bronny, why don't you go sit in the fucking stand in the bleachers? And he's just in the back, like sitting there.
His only thing, like to his point, this kid's like been pretty chill. He's not been like a Leangelo. Like, you know what I mean? He hasn't been like a LaBello. Like
he seems like he's grounded.
Everyone's painted his perspective for him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, his expectations for him because of his father's name.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. But at the end of the day, it's on that kid. You could say and compare and do all you want, but like, and then this kid's like super to himself. Like the father says, like, dude, you guys think like he really like he's really like hell bent on catching me? Like, dude, he goes home after we play games and he goes home and he's playing video games with his boys. Like that's what he cares about. Like he keeps his work and life balance to a T pretty much. So.
Can I show you guys a trailer real quick? You guys get fired up?
I mean, why not? I mean, I just
want to know how fired up you're gonna get when you watch this.
I just want to say, does this have anything to do with something that's releasing tonight at 9 p.m.?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
You're crazy. You're a fucking. I'm telling.
Are we talking dead?
All right, relax. We'll get into it.
No, this is Happy Gilmore. I feel like I've seen this already.
I have. Yep, my PTSD from my boy right there in the back playing the caddy.
It's great to see you back, Mr. Gilmore.
I really hate that he's in it, but
It's only just begun.
She's back.
she's a sneaky smoke. She lasted a long time too.
Thank you, Harry.
They're gonna fuck it up though.
Don't think they're gonna fuck it up. I think we're getting.
Let's see.
It's
I wish they didn't do it.
The movie, dude. We're getting a monster.
It's a lot of big names. A lot of big names.
It's gonna be awesome. I think it's coming this summer. What were you saying? What movie? What trailer? Is that 9 o'clock?
Daredevil's
Daredevil's coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Season 4. Al's never seen it. It's the best Marvel show.
Oh, you never seen any Daredevil?
No. I've seen the first season, I believe, because I watched Punisher, so I wanted to see the crossover because those two crossover.
Okay,
Punisher.
but the Punisher season 1 of the Punisher happens after season 2 of the Daredevil. You know that?
Oh, I know that they're interlocked. Yes, I know like that.
But where it came off, where he got that from, was from the engagement of in season 2 once they cross paths, and then you see that I posted that scene. Yeah, that's like what trajected like Punisher like through the roof, like that interaction. John Bernthal, I would love to be related to John Bernthal. Just saying.
You know, he's Kurt
Angle's nephew. Yeah.
Well, through marriage.
Yeah, he's Kurt Angle's nephew. John Bernthal's, we've said this on the podcast, he's one of the most interesting people on the planet.
Oh, yeah.
He runs Pitbulls.
Have you ever watched his podcast?
Yeah, a few times.
He's got a good podcast.
He does stick his thumbs in Pitbull's asses. He said that's how you calm them down. So that's the only knock I have on him. Just like I could never picture myself lifting up my dog's ass.
But he's definitely also, like that's normalcy to John Bernthal.
To me, he's one of those people that have fully embodied a character they've played. To me, he's the Punisher. Like I wouldn't fuck with John Bernthal for that reason. He is Frank Castle. He's got that Vin Diesel aspect to it. Now I don't know. To me, it does seem like he's a tough motherfucker. That could just be him being an actor because he grew up loaded with money, and his brother and shit is nothing like him. He's kind of a nerdy guy. To me, it seemed like he was a fucking street kid, but he's not. He's like Greenwich, Connecticut.
Oh.
Yeah, but it seems like his nose is all fucked up, like he does like jujitsu and shit.
But sometimes...
And he sticks thumbs in Pitbull's asses, so you got to be a little bit of a crazy.
I think is one of the grossest things on the planet.
He said that's how you calm him down. Look it up.
Some people
grab their balls or something.
Some people can be given everything that they want. Sometimes I know some of the like most, I don't know, privileged or gifted kids financially or whatever it is, like
it don't mean
they might be the most troublesome people. They might find their way into trouble because
you're right.
They're so easy with having everything that they want that it makes them more want to rebel and do stupid shit. So John Bernthal, probably, if I had to guess, John Bernthal was definitely getting in trouble in school.
I actually think there are stories out there.
But yeah, so Daredevil comes back tonight, fucking fired up, unbelievable.
Is the whole season dropping? Or are they going weekly?
No. 2-episode premiere tonight. And they're the type of episodes that are
Disney
like
Plus.
45 minutes long. I love it. Like
Disney
50,
Plus?
50 minutes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I won't be watching that. That's fine.
Don't watch it, bro. I'm telling you, do justice, bro. Watch the whole season. It's fucking crazy. Charlie Cox as Daredevil is again another hit. Like he's an unbelievable Daredevil.
I would fuck up Charlie Cox.
You said that you would fuck up
He's
Daredevil.
blind.
It makes the stupidest.
He's blind, and I don't
doesn't
care about
matter
his
that he's blind.
senses.
You dumb motherfucker. The other senses are all like boosted through the roof.
I get what you're
Get
saying,
him
but
fired
you
up.
can't dodge a fucking bullet. I'd shoot him right in the fucking head.
He can hear when the fucking bullet's being shot.
He has like
Dude.
sonar. He can still
Yes,
see.
bro.
I know what you're
Just
saying.
sees different.
I get what you're saying. At the same time, there's not a blind person on this planet that would give me any trouble.
Yeah, a real one. Absolutely not.
So
Like, that would be.
let's stop suspending disbelief here for a second.
Yeah,
But yeah, fight up for that. Fight, and then whoever the fuck plays Kingpin, great guy, Vincent D'Onofrio. Is that
Yeah,
guy's
he
real name?
is one of the best actors
Awesome.
on the fucking planet.
Awesome.
Speaking of actors, we just had the Oscars as well.
Oh yeah,
Did you see
good.
some of the winners?
I think the actors, just in general, every Oscar sucks. We always have
Yeah,
the same
best
take.
picture was Honora. which
Honora won everything.
I heard it was actually a pretty good movie. She won Best Actress. It won Best Picture. Best Actor was Adrian Brody in The Brutalist.
And he made like a 37-minute speech, Adrian Brody.
Crazy.
I legitimately was like, okay, I got to hear how long this speech was. I think it was like 6 minutes. I had to shut it off in a minute. Like, talk about just someone that's just so
Yeah, it's
oblivious
just
to life.
stop.
Listen, you're an actor. You are not changing society. None of you is a change in society. Stop how you guys talk like you're fucking curing cancer. Guess what? You have so much fucking money. Why don't you donate it to fucking actual cancer research or something
What
like
I
that?
don't like about the Oscars the past couple of years is been like one movie is winning everything.
I know.
Like, just stop.
Do you get at all? Do you think there should be more transparency of the vote?
Yeah, I want to know who's voting. I think it should go to the people.
Well, I'm fine with who it is, but don't you think it should be like, okay, this
I want to know
people
who
got
voted for what.
55 first places,
Yeah.
25 second places. You
I
know what I
agree.
mean? Like similar to
You need-
how they do all the like award voting.
Did
Yeah.
you guys know?
For
I'm sorry.
sports.
Actually, keep talking. I want to look up what I want to look up. Hold
Yeah,
on.
I think there needs to be a little bit more transparency.
Because I think that someone's getting a fat envelope. Like Honora gave a fat envelope. I know they don't have a huge amount. I think
That's
that
what
they
I'm
spent
saying.
less
That's
on
all
marketing and
bullshit.
just. Actually, I feel like I didn't do a great job with my head. I feel like I can still see some shadow, but I do kind of look the rock.
That girl was in. I don't think she's that good of an actress, to be honest with you. Like, she was
Oh,
in.
Mikey Middle.
Yeah, she's really not. that
What
good.
else was she in?
The only thing I've ever seen her in was Scream. She was in the first Scream. She was actually the fucking killer in the first Scream. Not like the original, like the remakes, the 2 remakes. You know what I'm talking about?
Justin's got like a piece of hair that's like it's just glistening.
That's
in the
sticking
thing.
out?
No. Wait, hold on. Let's get a picture of this.
All right, here we go. Yeah, so
It's got to be like look at how long this hair is on you, the bottom of your beard.
oh, it's probably from
It's probably Sabrina's hair.
yeah. I got it. Yep, it's pink.
Did you guys
I
know?
find these between my balls all the time.
Dude. Around, you know where I find it? Right at the
In
mushroom
my
tip,
ass.
like
Yeah.
right around the tip.
Like
For
it
some
gets
reason, I'm like,
stuck
well,
in
I
the-
didn't get a
You've
blow
never-
jay
you've-
today.
You've never pulled the long hair out of your ass.
all
No,
the time.
never
I do
had
it
ass.
constantly.
You
between
guys
my
know
cheeks.
that they give out $200,000 valued gift bags to all the nominees?
Yes,
At
I
the
did hear that.
offices?
Yeah.
The swag bags are ridiculous
Bro,
at these things.
this is the swag bag. Everybody wins gift bag. $200,000 value. 200.
I don't
I'm
think it
gonna
was
say this right.
nominees. I thought it was anyone that goes to the actual Oscars.
Is offering up top 225 Oscar nominees, and everybody wins.
Oh, okay.
And everybody wins gift bag, valued at $200K. A collection of cannabis products such as pre-rolls and TH infused drinks. A 4-night stay at a resort in the Maldives that's worth
Rich get richer.
$23,000. A $5,200 stay at the Barcelona hotel,
Okay.
as well as an Ancestry's DNA to $25,000 VIP family history experience. in which a genealogist
You find out you're a
Builds the
direct
nomin-
descendant of Adolf Hitler.
The gift bags also includes a $240 John Booz cutting board, skincare products.
Oh, I got-
from Swiss brand Isnuthium.
This kind of
And-
sounds annoying to carry out. You're carrying out a John Booz fucking wooden cutting board, like a
and-
24 by
yeah,
26 cutting
But
board.
he mailed
Yeah,
this
no
to my
one's doing
fucking
that.
Yeah,
house,
it's like a
dude.
fucking 3-inch
walking
thick.
out with
Not
this
even
thing.
cutting board.
they're not even keeping
No,
And
they give that to their
luxury
assistant.
pocket squares from Daniel Ashley and Company valued at $1,500. And then
I do love a nice pocket
I
square.
thought there was also a watch. in
Ties
there, 'cause
everything
that
together.
doesn't even seem like it's even close to $200,000 in value, but I think there's a watch. In
Yeah,
there too.
those are
That's
all
pretty
free
cool. Though.
things.
That's nuts. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
would
know
give
what?
those all to my team. I'd be like, I need.
If I
more.
ran a hotel in the Maldives, why wouldn't I give that up so that I could have a fucking bunch of celebrities coming down, putting pictures on their stories? Wow, this hotel is beautiful.
It's marketing.
That's marketing.
Great.
That's
You'll
all
make
it is.
You'll make it back tenfold.
So maybe I need to do that at like some fat
Where
person
is
convention.
Maldives?
Maldives. I want to say it's like Thailandish, like in the Asian Peninsula.
Maldives.
I could be wrong.
These are the cutting boards.
South.
That's what I'm saying. I know. I have John Booz tables, dude. They're just fucking cutting boards.
Bro,
Yeah, it's like
that's what we
South
use.
Asia,
Time
okay.
out. That's what we use at Wicked.
Oh, the
Yes,
booze?
dude. It's probably a big cutting board. They're like $250.
Yeah, they're up there.
South
My
Asia.
tables are expensive, but yeah, they're wooden fucking tables. You gotta fucking like oil them.
It takes
These
one.
people aren't
It
doing
takes one day to get there. It costs us $1,000.
Oh, they did
Does
give
look
them
nice.
a bunch of cannabis products.
Yeah, that's
pretty cool.
nice.
Yep.
They're just what they need.
Yep, that's all I would keep for myself. I'd be
Oh, I'm
like,
sure
hey,
that's
listen.
all that most of them kept.
I'd be like, hey, listen, I'll keep the 100 pre-rolls.
Where did they have
everything
the
else.
Oscars this year?
I don't even know.
Because there's probably a pile of fucking John Booz cutting boards just sitting in the corner of that fucking
And this
place.
is the hotel. They gave them a hotel stay at the Cotton House.
That looks like there's some veiled racism in there. I can smell it.
Yeah, why
Look
is
at
it
that.
called the cotton?
I would like to smoke a cigar in that wooden room, though. Something about smoking a cigar in a wooden room.
Yeah, you can't beat it.
Like
dude.
just the mahogany, you know?
Look at that bathtub, though. That's a nice bathtub.
That bathtub's probably worth a lot.
Yeah.
The fuck is that? Nice
You know
bar.
what this reminds me of?
That's a
is-
nice bar.
What is that restaurant that's in?
I was at a bar like that in New York City for lunch.
What is the brunch?
Shout out to
what is
Steve.
the brunch restaurant in Assembly?
Not the River Bar, the other
Oh no.
No.
Earl's? Earl's.
That
Okay.
doesn't look like Earl's.
Yeah, you basically got a trip to Earl's.
Yeah, it's like
No,
get the
no,
fuck
dude, what
out
In
of
the
here.
Cotton House. That doesn't seem like that's
Good lo-
politically correct
Yeah,
there.
this is nice.
Good logo.
Yeah.
Good logo. That doesn't look right.
Yeah, I'll go to fucking Earl's, bro. I'll go to Earl's right now. Earl's isn't even that good.
I'll fuck.
Earl sucks.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, I just got a news break, which is wild.
None of them won.
CM Punk removed from upcoming live events. I wonder why that is.
Oh, something just probably happened with
nah,
him.
it was. They went off on each other on Raw. It's a ploy. It's
Okay.
not a real thing.
All right.
Oh, nice. Kyrie Irving tore his ACL.
Oh, beautiful. It couldn't happen to a worse person. Where ever since he stomped on the fucking logo, remember when he stomped on the logo? This is why you don't talk shit. That's what I always say. I try
Talk
to tell
shit,
my
get hit
kids
with a
that.
bottle.
Don't talk shit. You talk shit with the scoreboard, and you make sure that you do that in the playoffs. Maybe when you actually put them out. I think he's 1-17.
We were talking about talking shit and all that, like guts guys and stuff like that. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And I mean, in hockey, it's totally different. Like the scrums that you get into when it's 5 guys, there's only 2 refs. So like, if you can get a pot of like, there's some legit.
There's some
shit
open
talking.
ice. Yeah.
Yeah, some shit talking going on. In
That's
there,
different though. That's a little bit
You're
different.
talking about your mother sucking dick for bus money and walking home. That was the best. That was the best. People would be
What are
like,
you, a pylon?
oh yeah.
I think that in terms of
I thought Conan O'Brien.
vernacular, like insults, they got the best. They're
What?
the best.
Okay.
Okay, so
Hockey.
they pulled him because he's doing events in Brussels, in Bologna. And
Nah, no one cares.
it's like,
I just got that. It was like, who?
I used to
really
eat
cares?
bologna
He
all the
sucks.
time. Stopped eating it, but
bologna's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, if you're gonna go bologna, you go mozzarella.
Oh, mozzarella, bro.
It's
all
way
day.
better,
What are we
more
talking
fat,
about?
more taste.
It's like,
guys, it was like when I was like 12.
Do you eat mozzarella?
No.
No, that's way too sophisticated for Nico.
Mortadella, you can't
I
beat
could
it.
go for like a nice sub.
Trying to like when you're talking to new people and meeting new people, which I'm doing a pretty good job at, which is nice.
That's nice. You get any feedback from last week's episode?
I did. I got feedback. I got actually feedback from a good like 4 or 5 people.
What were they saying?
They were saying to me that, you know, a lot of people actually that were in relationships, you know, they reached out and they said to me, listen, I've been with my girl so-and-so amount of time. We've never even had some of these conversations that you and yours were having. And then some other people were like, you know, you're a really nice kid. You know, it seems like there might have been a disconnect. There might have been a disconnect there. I wouldn't take the time to beat yourself up as much as it seems like beating yourself up.
Right.
Which is true. Which is totally true. And then, you know, there was one other thing that someone said. It was like, you know, that person just, I don't think you figured out what that person's trauma was, which again, you know, I don't think I did. And they might be dealing with some stuff. Like if I was a rebound, or like you kind of might have mentioned this, and you know, just shit like just keep going. Might have not been your person. That person doesn't appreciate you, and if that's the case, then you just got to keep going. That's life, and that's what we just started off with. That is life. Sometimes people are gonna dupe you. You know what? She might have got duped before I came to her, so she might have thought like, you know what? Maybe since I got fucked up this way, let me just go ahead and I could just do it to this person, X, Y, and Z, whatever it is. It is what it is. I'm getting better with living without it, and the whys and all that shit's starting to calm down. And like you said, like I was just saying, I'm starting to meet some other people, which is nice, and which gets my mind completely away from it.
Where are you meeting them? At the Wicket? They're giving you their numbers?
Yeah.
So you're back though.
How crazy is this story?
Someone really liked your guys' stance though, as far as family members and what you guys think of, you know, for me and what breakups mean. You know, someone pointed out, they were like, what your cousins both said to you, I would totally take and write down because it's true. You know, like what Justin said about, you know, how she carries herself and what she thinks and how she's not grateful for what's in front of her. And as what you said, and to the point of like, you know, you can't beat yourself up. You can't be going back through a timeline and trying to finagle and pinpoint shit. That's one of the clips that I did make, is when we started to talk about that, when I was like, I stayed up for nights and nights and nights, dude, trying to fucking figure out what went wrong. You can't do that. No, you can't do that. And then also you got to take people for who they are, in the fact that that's how they handle certain situations. You can only control literally what you can control. I couldn't, as much as I wanted to think that I might have had an impact on how that exit could have happened, I think ultimately the exit would have happened like that, even if it was longer. And that was the last point. Someone was like, listen, take it from a kid that that was with somebody for a year and a half, moved in with them, and now I'm going through what you went through. He's like, I understand.
Someone has it worse.
Yeah, it sucks, Nico. It's terrible, and you're gonna get over it. But just thankful. You also made this point that you weren't invested that long into it, and you were at that certain stage, or you even mentioned had a kid with them, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, so exactly.
And I'll end that with thank you to everybody that's listened to me, helped me, talked to me, respond to me. I understand everybody has their own shit going on. Totally. I'm just somebody sometimes that needs that extra assistance, because when it happened the way that it happened, it leaves a lot of questions, and my mind needs answers. I need closure, like directly. If you don't like me, I want you to tell me straight to my face, and that's okay. That's the world that we live in. That's life. Not everybody's going to like you.
Right.
But I at least demand a certain level of respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I might have chopped myself up and screwed myself up with kind of stepping on myself. But at the end of the day, you got to have some fucking respect.
I agree.
Yeah.
And if there's any girl brainiacs or whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, if there's any girls that thing, or maybe even guys too, send some fucking nudes to Nico. I mean, that's how you get over it. He wants to see some tits. He wants to see some ass.
Relationships ending, this is crazy, this story. So I'm going to play this for you.
This is crazy. I already know who this is. This is Gene Hackman.
Legend and his 65-year-old wife, Betsy Arakawa, at their home in Santa Fe.
She Japanese?
Investigators established that Hackman died
Piano player, I think.
What does that mean?
Listen,
Okay.
9 days.
days before his body was discovered by examining his pacemaker. Gene Hackman was one of 3 million Americans to have pacemakers attached to their hearts. The battery-powered devices control irregular heartbeats and can even record any unusual activities. The newest models can even alert your doctor in case of an emergency. The device...
Well, it looks like they didn't fucking alert his fucking doctor because he died 9 days before they found
Well, I
him.
bet you that was one of the ones that didn't do that. So that's a whole weird case. We don't know why they're dead. All 3 died at once. They're saying it wasn't carbon monoxide. They found a bottle of empty pills by the wife. So did Gene Hackman die first? Did the wife kill herself? But then why is the dog dead in the closet? Apparently the dog was in the closet. Who the fuck knows what's going on
Wait,
with
the
this?
dog was in the closet?
That's what I heard.
That's
You might want to look
crazy.
that up. But there's a lot of fucking iffy things. I was waiting for a little more information before I decided to.
How fucking funny is that?
That is kind of wild.
Should I read the message? I don't have
just
to read
don't
the
say who
person.
it's from, yeah.
Not me at 42 years old, married for 19 years, crying with Nico about his breakup. Appreciate you. That's just, again, that's just
That
like
just
another-
came over now. That's kind
That's
of live.
wild. It's literally 2 minutes ago. It just popped up while we were talking.
Yeah, so this Gene Hackman shit, keep an eye on it. Shit's going to pop off a little
He
bit.
looked horrible.
Well, he's 95.
I know. I didn't know he was like that old.
I mean, just
I
think
didn't
when you
think
stop
that
working,
was
dude.
Gene Hackman though walking. I thought that looked more like fucking what's his face. That looked
like
like the
fucking
grandfather
skeletal,
from
dude.
Willy Wonka. In the
How did
bed.
the other girl die?
Trachtenberg?
Yeah.
She died. They're saying maybe that her liver didn't take. She got a liver transplant like a year ago. They're saying it might not have took there. Yeah. But she did look like she could be a fucking alcoholic a little bit. I don't know. She had jaundice eyes, a whole bunch of shit. What's wrong?
She loves
Did
coke.
you just hit your fucking nuts?
No, I'm saying,
Oh.
dude, you had a liver transplant. That's how bad shit was.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows what happened? So some weird celebrity deaths.
Yeah. Definitely.
You fucking phone, bitch.
We got some of the top stories. What is it that you wanted to talk about?
Who?
You. You said you wanted to wait till we got on the podcast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll get into that now. I was thinking about starting it off at the episode, but we'll go now into it. If I started off at the episode, this episode could have been 7 minutes, could have been 3 hours. So we'll start here. Basically, essentially, there's been maybe 3 times in my life that I lost some sleep over things. And the other day was one of them. Justin releasing a shirt without asking me or Nico and putting our names on it was one of those times. I was so beside myself. I actually thought about just fucking not showing up and just not doing the podcast. To me, that was the biggest breach of trust I've ever been a part of. So it was that crazy of a thing to me because it was a thing done. Now I understand Justin is the type of person. He's a creative person. So he gets these ideas in his head and he makes things. He likes to do that. It's kind of like how he kills time. I appreciate the creativity stuff of it 1,000%. I don't want to ever stifle Justin's creativity because I think he is creative. I think he has
Did
good
you not
ideas.
like the designs?
First of all, I wasn't even told about the design. I wasn't told it was getting released. In my mind, not one of us here is allowed to put something else up and put their name on it where it's not like a post. So Justin put up even though food court's dead, his whole thing's dead in terms, he's now just a basic reviewer. I'm fine with that. But he puts that up. People know that's Justin. Justin's doing a review. He's doing a voiceover. Food court doesn't exist. That hater thing doesn't exist. That's fine. But that's Justin. Me doing a green screen. That's me. You understand that. You don't take that as Justin's thing. You know what I mean? You take it that even though we collab on a reel, we're trying to help the algorithm push these videos a little further. Nico does his Sunday service. You know that's Nico. It doesn't have anything to do with me or Justin really, but we're just trying to help each other out and support each other. To put a thing on there, putting a merch thing out there that says this is Gaetano's design, this is Nico's design, and not even just send it over. Hey guys, what do you think about this? Anything you want tweaked or whatever. It doesn't matter how close it is. I do think Justin's fucking shirt was outstanding. I think that Nico's shirt was outstanding. I probably would have liked mine. The only thing I would have changed probably on mine would have been the glasses. I would have had better glasses than gas station glasses. That would have been the only thing I would have tweaked. That's not the point. The point isn't the creativity side. It's that he took it upon himself to just post it up and then basically force you guys to make a decision when we didn't even. So my supporters, Nico's supporters, or Justin's supporters try to support or bought a couple shirts, right? We didn't even approve of that. Justin has a problem with the merch. Even from the original ones, when we did the first stuff, he put them all up on the site and put the site up, didn't ask us any questions about if he liked it or anything like that. Justin has a problem because he likes to get shit done. That's what he likes to say.
I do.
Unfortunately, he has to work with a team. This is Justin's biggest downfall on the face of the fucking planet, is working with the team. It's why he's a solo artist and he doesn't work in bands and stuff like that, because Justin can't help himself. He can't ask a team. He can't do it collective and all that stuff. He's rubbed shoulders wrong with a bunch of us, with Marco. Now, granted, did Marco overreact on certain things? Yes. Marco's off the podcast because Justin was a little bit too crazy on a few things. And in that last video that pushed Marco over the top is one of my favorite videos we ever put up on the internet.
So good.
That Oscar video where Marco's saying this movie sucks, all this stuff, and then they won every single Oscar. That's one of my favorite videos. I don't think that we should not post that, but it's a bunch of things. Justin tends to step on people's toes a little bit. He can't work well with others. Nico, in the past couple months, right? This is in the past couple months. He's pushed Nico a little too far on certain things. Where Nico thought about quitting the podcast, Justin thought it was just from the girlfriend. No, it was a little bit of Justin on certain things. Nico said, don't put up a video. And either Justin didn't read it correctly or whatever, put up the video immediately. Just put it up. So it's like Justin is a bulldozer.
The whole thing with that was like, oh, let's post something else, not, hey, don't post that. That's how I read it, was let's just post something else for now. And that was just on the back burner.
Right. And then the back burner usually might have been like two or 3 months. It was like 2 days. And then it just...
No, it was much longer than that.
I don't know how much time.
It was like 2 weeks.
It was like a close proximity of time where it was like, can we just not post this fucking thing? And he posted it, but we talked.
As far as the shirts, and I'm not even trying to, I didn't know that I pissed anybody off by doing that. I thought you guys genuinely would have liked them, and I just was trying to sell some fucking merch.
Right.
We don't do anything.
Yeah.
Either people are going to buy it or take it down if you don't like it. It's fine.
Yeah, well, so this is my point. Like, if we're gonna work together, I don't think we should put anything up on the brand that isn't co-signed, especially when you're trying to monetize stuff.
That's my bad. I'll hand up. I'm not even gonna fucking say fuck you or anything or be mean about it. You're 100% right. That's my fault.
Okay.
Hey, if you just look at, and again, it's me. I don't really have like a stance on it. I mean, I've talked about it. I haven't been present really for like the past 3 weeks, so like I can't really say much. I understand where you're coming from it, and I understand everyone's sides of it. I think if you were on the other end and Al did something for you that you didn't like, that portrayed, the Boneheads or Justin, I feel like you would feel mutual, as would I. Am I really upset with mine? He has
posted stuff that completely ripped me to shreds before.
Well, see, so here's my difference between the two. Now, I felt like he was going to bring that up, is that us busting balls, like me, but there's certain stories in here that I fuck up things too. But us busting balls about show content should always be a post. So that's why, like, Marco's video that you put up at the Oscar thing should always be a video.
The breakdown of Justin's body.
Yeah, the breakdown of Justin's body. I get that. That's a clear content thing. It's not pushing merch and stuff like that. Like, I think that he fumbled the bag in a way. Like, we could have, if that was his idea, which I think it's a good idea, like, let's get a shirt for all three of us or some type of merch and see who buys the most. Like, we could make it a contest. We could roll it in. I think the idea is there. Let us all get behind our little portions of it and then go forward. Then we could all push it forward. So Justin's thing wasn't his idea. It's never Justin's idea for the most part.
The execution.
It's the execution, because he rushes things and he wants to get it out because he got it done. So Justin got it done in his mind. So he wants to put it up and on to the next thing. The problem is you can't do that when you're working with other people. So Justin doesn't speak for me. I don't speak for Justin. So that's where I had the problem with like that design. No, I didn't like the design, my design. I thought your design was awesome. I really did. I thought that Justin's design was great. I would have done slight tweaks to my design if we'd all decided on the heads, like the skulls. But that doesn't matter. Again, it doesn't matter at the stuff. It's more the fact that it was just done. It wasn't asked and it was just portrayed. Like, so that's, I wrote in the thing, whatever you do, don't buy mine. Because it's not co-signed by me. That's not me trying to be a dickhead. That's me just saying, listen, this has nothing to do with me. Justin's running point on this one without anyone knowing. Justin has a problem. We've had a problem from the jump with the merch with Justin in terms of he puts an idea out there and doesn't like our opinions and then just puts it up. He did it with all the other merch before, so we have no part of the merch pretty much. I thought we had a slam bang merch thing with the four of us in the church back when Marco was on it. He didn't like our ideas, and then we just stopped because he didn't like our ideas.
Well, we can definitely put stuff that you co-sign on and just redo it.
Right.
No one even bought it.
So this is my thing. This is where I'm going. And did you ever see the movie Next with Tom Cruise? I mean, not Tom Cruise, Nicolas Cage. It's an unbelievable hangover movie. Yeah. Him, Jessica Biel, Smoke. He basically has the power of seeing the future. He sits there, he can see the future ahead of things, and he stops people, certain things from happening, right? I laid in bed, like in this movie, Next, and I could see the future.
Why didn't you just call me?
Here's the future. No, the future is there's not going to be a podcast because of certain things that Justin does on, I would say, the business social side more than his creativity side. Justin is an extremely creative person. That song, perfect, awesome, great song he did. That's Justin's mind. When Justin's mind's going, it's perfect. His problem is he steps on people's toes. It's gotten almost everyone to quit the podcast. This is the first time I ever thought about not showing up here, was after this thing. That's how mad I was at the merch thing. So this is my opinion, and we're going to talk about it now. Every single podcast that I know of in the area and in general has one person handling everything. They handle the posting, they handle everything. I think it should be the person that deals the best with both of yous. That's me. I think I should handle all the emails, all the stuff like this. Now, less stuff's going to get done. Less stuff at a timely manner will get done less. But I can handle Nico. I think if I was removed from the situation, these two retards would butt heads. They would never get a podcast done. I'm the glue. I've been saying that forever. Almas. Okay. I think number one, am in a better situation in terms of mental situation to handle the both of these two personalities, because that's all I do is handle personalities. I run businesses. I'm handling personalities 24/7. I handle 10-year-old kids with grace. Don't mind the hand. So my opinion is that one person needs to be in charge of all the stuff, the business stuff, meaning dealing with this, when this is getting posted, when this is happening, and coordinating. I think that Justin takes too much on himself, business-wise, social-wise, and then he just steps on people's toes and he becomes a bulldozer. That's my opinion. So I think everything should come out of Justin for now, the social, everything, and it should all move over to me, because I feel like I'm the only one that can deal with everyone's personality in a civil manner. Now, granted, all I do is bust balls on this podcast. So you think that, I'm just confrontational off camera. For the most part, we can have civil conversations. I think that I'm the one that can handle that. I think that I can handle in terms of dealing with Nico, and I will make sure that all three of us are involved in every single decision. I think that Justin's problem is he wants to get shit done. That's a good thing. But it needs to go through a process.
My problem, not getting shit done.
That's your problem. You don't
Not
get anything.
following
You
done.
get
up.
literally nothing.
You get nothing done.
I have to start getting stuff
I'm
done.
in the middle of you two in terms of getting stuff done and what's it called. Justin's very good at what he does. Like, no one's saying that. This is not like a thing against Justin. And besides that, he's a bulldozer. Justin's a bulldozer, and
I like to get shit done. We get
He likes to
nothing
get shit done.
So let's get shit
Justin
done.
might not look like a bulldozer,
So
but
here's-
he does bring a bulldozer.
he's a gnat. He's an annoying gnat. Just a gnat in your face going like, you got this, got to get this. And we need that too, because we need our ass to be pushed a little bit. We just can't have our ass be pushed a little bit and then we get thrown off a fucking cliff and you're out to fucking dinner and then you see all this merch dropped. How am I even supposed to promote this merch if no one knows it's dropping? Like, is that the right way to unleash
From
something?
my side, I thought you knew.
I go,
That's why
I
didn't
texted
say-
Nico. I go, did you know about this drop?
I said,
or did I miss something?
I said I had no idea. I thought that maybe in my time that I haven't been here, I thought that you guys were obviously talking about it. And I am one that I'm not going to sit here and have the same stance as you because I've been out. So it's not fair for me to come from left field and be like, meh, 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 when it's like,
here's what
hey,
I'll
brother,
say.
for the past
I
month-
disagree with that because if Justin's is probably going to get a surgery on himself in a couple weeks, right? He's probably going to get a surgery. He might be out an episode or two. That doesn't give him no say anymore on the podcast.
I understand.
So
that.
it doesn't matter if he's out 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks. Justin's still part of
He's
Bad
still
Brain.
part of it, yeah.
You're
Yep.
still part of Bad Brain. We should all be in a collective and do stuff. Now, granted, if you're not answering the group chat and that's a different story. He's throwing something in the group chat. It's like, hey, and then you don't answer and then it goes out or I answer and you know what I mean? And there's like an ample amount of time, 24, 36, 48 hours and you don't answer the thing. Then it goes out and then you get mad. Then that's a different story.
No,
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But like if the onus is off the person telling you like, this is what we want to do, blah, 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 blah. And then you don't answer, then you have nothing to fall
say.
back on.
Yeah.
Exactly. You have no say at that point because everything has to move forward.
That's fair. Yeah, it does. Yeah, we definitely.
So
we definitely
we're
gotta
meeting
move.
we're meeting with all people. I wanted to get this out in the air because we're meeting with people, all this shit that's going to happen. That's business, stupid shit.
It's pretty cool stuff here.
Stuff's going to start changing. So like, I want, listen, I could have lost my temper and blew this whole fucking thing up. I don't want to do that. I wanted to talk about it because we talk about everything on this podcast. Every little thing. Nico talked about coming too quick. Justin's mother shits outside the window. I got a finger in my ass one time. We talk about everything, right? So everything gets done on camera in my mind because no one can confuse things or misinterpret things. So everything that's here, this is the first time Justin heard it. We're going to say it. Everything's on camera. We could have started with this, but maybe we wouldn't have had a podcast for you guys. So either turn it off, this infighting shit.
No, we might not actually have a podcast because we literally played back the whole episode of Raw.
Yeah, well, there'll be no video, but there'll be audio no matter what. So this is where I stand. I'm at this point right now, and I'm not throwing threats. This is not a threat or anything like this. I know that we're staring down a barrel right now, a fucking barrel that it's just Justin can't help himself. That's my opinion. He can't help himself being a bulldozer. He needs to relinquish control because of that.
But
now,
I don't even have control. There's no control. Me and you usually communicate about everything. Is that true or false?
So these are my opinions. Yes, for the most part.
We typically work very well together.
Here's my train of thought, and I'm going to lay it all on the table for both of you. This is what's going to happen. This is how I see it. Let's just say, okay, Al, we're going to go with you. I'm taking down the entire merch store. There's certain people that ordered off this site that still haven't got their sweatshirt. In my mind, this is the easiest way to fucking do things. But if they're not getting their shit, if they ordered back in October.
What do you mean in October they haven't gotten it?
They've ordered stuff in October and they still haven't got their stuff.
Did they email?
Yes, email. Oh, it's still in production. It's still in production. It's still in production. So to me, this isn't a good way. I think we go to merch drops. In terms of the merch where we drop and there's a 2-week window for it to be open. If we sell three of something. I think we try to go quality stuff. We can, we'll go try to use one of these companies that everyone's fucking using and do drops because this drop shipping shit doesn't seem to work. We go to drops. That's number one. And it's all approved through all of us, obviously. Social. I'm going to be handling the social in terms of posting, all that stuff. Everything's going to come through me and I'm going to post it up. I think that's the only way to do it because shit's getting all fucked up in terms of people stepping on each other, all that stuff. I think that we can put our heads together and come up with a system. That's the only system I see working at this moment is that. And the answering, the stuff in the thing should come from like a more business side of it, or like not as a personal thing. Like sometimes we use the podcast account as a personal account. I don't love that because it gives a weird vibe. Sometimes I've done it too. So it's not just Justin. It's not just Nico. I think we need to go one person for everything for now until we right this ship a little bit, because I feel like it's getting on people's nerves. Now, this is the first time it's got on my nerves, but walking on people's toes when Justin feels like that he's the only one contributing, he gets very testy. So he's getting testy and then he rubs off on other people and then it doesn't become fun. And if it's not fun, I had a great fucking hour and a half of this first episode. Now it might not be as fun because now we're talking nitty gritty shit. But if it's not fun, no one's going to want to do it. So
no, I got you. I'm just listening to you. I'm letting you take your time. You guys gave me an hour and a half last week. So
there's certain people, this is the way I look at it. There's a certain people in this world, okay, that I don't like to golf with because it's not fun.
Right.
It's not fun. You like these people.
Right.
You love these people, but it's just not fun to golf with. I don't want to see Justin getting himself worked up over certain things that have happened on the stupid stuff, and let him focus on the content, focus on the creative shit, and don't worry about that stuff that gets him jacked up. And just focus on the content, the creative stuff. Like, look, this computer, I think it's a great addition. It's a great addition. We can pull up clips, all this stuff. Now, we're going to get certain stuff taken down. We'll learn from that. It's not a big deal. But this addition was great. The 2 cameras, we're back to 2 cameras. Great suggestion. Justin's very good at a lot of things. He can't help himself stepping on people's toes. That's his downfall. I like to get shit done, dude.
Right. Like, let me just give you an example. This Patreon. I set the whole thing up. I sent it. Yep. And you said, you know what? I don't really like the wording. I don't like this and that. I'll take care of it. I'll do it. And now it's 3 months later, and now the Patreon's just gone now because it just overlapped being a thing.
How could it overlap being a thing if I was a free member?
I don't know. It's gone now.
So that seems like a you problem, because if I was a free member, I joined as a free member.
Ever since you told me that you were going to take care of it, I have not touched it. I've not even logged into it.
Right. So more backstory on that is that we weren't all on the same page. Now, me and Justin were on somewhat of the same page. This was Nico's kind of like absent period, I would say. We're trying to get everything situated, get us down. Like, we all have to be on the same page. Every single fucking podcast, relationship, everything goes through lulls. I would say the last 6 weeks, we've been in a little bit of a lull. So why would we put through a Patreon? This is my train of thought. Now, I don't think you guys might not agree with this. Why would we put up something that we're not all fully bought into, and we can't give tiers, like give the actual tiers? Like, so why would someone sign up for something when it doesn't even seem like we're bought in? That's the way I'm looking at it. So that's why I kind of just sat on the burner. Now, again, Justin's creative side, he does get stuff done. You can't turn that into anger and resentment towards other people on the podcast, and then it just like festers. So you let stuff fester too much.
I don't think I've let anything. I'm not angry about anything.
Well, I feel like it's like the 10th time you've mentioned it.
I'm just giving you an example.
I think the Patreon, great idea. I think we just need to become again. I can contribute to this. I think we just need to become more of a legitimate podcast, and we have to have legitimate, consistency before we go ahead and ask people to pay for a product that right now, we keep going through these.
Yeah. These ups and downs.
We're 3 years into this podcast, and it's like, if it's not going to happen,
It might not.
Why
it might
would
not
it happen
happen.
now?
I mean, but it might not. But at least let's work towards. We got some stuff coming up. Some exciting stuff. We got a meeting on Friday, which is cool. If we could have another meeting, see how that goes, and then we go from there. And we have another meeting like that with somebody else. Then I could see like, oh wow, okay, we got a little bit of grit behind us, and we could probably start churning it up. But
All right.
That's just my point.
I see you.
He went to you now.
Yeah.
It's been
I think
fucking
so.
bothering me.
Yeah, I just think I really didn't mean there was no malicious intent behind it. I thought you guys would have been, I was trying to like surprise you into being something cool. That's how I viewed it. I wasn't like, hey, like my view wasn't, hey, I don't want your opinion and you can either believe me or not. That's fine. There was no malicious intent. There wasn't, I don't want these guys' opinion on it. I'm like, hey, we haven't added anything new. I'm just chilling. I'm fucking doing nothing right now. I'm going to make some designs and just throw additional shit up. I was running 20%, $20 off sales just to try to get some fucking.
Again, that's another
income.
thing too, is that you threw up a sale that no one even approved. Now, everyone here would have said yes. No one gives a fuck.
And that's why I didn't. That's why I just didn't. I was like, they're not even going to care. Normally, we all hit each other up on anything that we're doing. We normally do. Yes or no?
Yeah,
So if it's something like I did, I just assume that why would anybody care if we're throwing we're not selling any fucking merch. It's $20 off. Let's see if we can get some nibbles and some people to buy some merch. And it worked and people bought some merch. So I wasn't trying to be like, hey, this is all me. I'm just trying to do a me thing.
No one's saying it's a you thing, but again, it's a decision made. It's a decision for the brand that you made.
I hear you wholeheartedly. And
it doesn't mean it's
and
not.
It won't happen again. I swear on everything.
Well, it's not going to.
it.
The reason why it's not going to happen again is I'm taking the stuff over in terms of that because I know you can't help yourself, and I know for a fact you're going to do something when you're going to get aggravated. I think you focusing on the content shit and the creativity stuff and not worrying about like the other stuff, it'll all work out. That's the way I look at it because ruffling feathers is like Justin's fucking superpower. He is Daredevil in terms of ruffling feathers of people because of his personality. He's very on. And that's a good thing for a lot of things. He just needs to, this is all he needs to be on. What do we think, guys? On. What do we think, guys? On. What about this, guys? That would save you. I don't think he can help himself. That's my opinion. Now, is that when I say I don't want to stop his creativity, do I want him to stop designing t-shirts? No. Do I want him to stop doing stuff? No. I'm saying we take a little bit of the power away where it's just like you can just post it up because I feel like this was so egregious to me. That's that crazy. It's you first, and I didn't even get this crazy when you doxed me when no one knew my name. You doxed me, you doxed my business, the whole thing. I didn't even give a fuck. That's how crazy this was. I wasn't even known. No one even put the stuff out there. The only people that knew me, and he doxed me as much as he could dox me out of nowhere. And it wasn't like, oh, do you care? Like that I'm putting that this is your business? No, it's only the livelihood. It feeds my family. But we didn't even get asked that.
What video?
You put up the Durham video.
Oh.
My podcast, man. And then you tagged the podcast. You tagged me. You tagged everybody. It's like, you knew like no one like was supposed to know because, some people are crazy nowadays. This has been a content on the podcast. We've talked about you dox me. I make the joke all the time. Justin doxed me. It's fine. It's nothing happened. But the point is that this is now a second instance. This is probably the 10th instance that it might seem like it's only the first. This is like the 10th instance where shit like this has happened. And some of the stuff's too important. All I could see, this is coming to a head. It's coming to a head and he's just getting himself jacked up. And then what's going to happen is Nico's going to get mad and then he's going to get super defensive. Then them two are going to fight. Then two are going to quit. And then you guys have to listen to another fucking podcast of me in my car, the shit podcast.
Well, I just want to be able to get stuff done.
Right. So you could do that. You could still do everything that you're doing. It's just, you're going to have to wait a slightly longer. That's all. You're going to have to wait slightly longer. It is what it is because and also, from a social media standpoint, there's certain times you should post stuff. Post and dropping merch at ridiculous hours is not the smartest thing just because it was done. It should just be scheduled to the next day at like times when people are up and stuff. Or that 20% merch, the post went up at like 10:30 at night, 20% off. It's like, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't even make sense from like a social media time perspective. So let's just have one person focus on the scheduling and all that shit. That's what every single podcast on the planet does it. We have too many fucking chefs in the kitchen right now. Too many chefs. Everyone's cooking. Oh, let's put a little basil. Let's put a little sugar. Let's put a little bit of this. There's too many chefs. I think I'm the only one here that can handle both these. That's all I'm going to say. I don't think anyone wants to hear any more of this. That's my opinion. You guys are free to say what you guys think or if you have a different opinion.
You first.
I've already been talking.
Oh no, I don't have much. I don't have anything much really to say. I agree with them. I'm cool with that going forward. I want to obviously. I enjoy it, but we gotta take steps and leaps, and we gotta go in the right direction. So if we gotta cut back and kind of re-huddle ourselves up and try and figure out a different way to moving forward again. Super excited to see if we can have another one of these meetings that we're having on Friday. And if that all goes well, if we could have another one with somebody else, let's just take it and let's just go with it. I mean, we don't have to be in overnight succession. I know we've been at it for a little bit and we've plateaued a little bit, but we've also, you get what you put in. So, and I'm saying that from my standpoint. That's why I haven't been like, oh, I can't believe it, blah, 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 like, where we're at. I'm not surprised where we're at because of what it is. I can feel I know what it takes in the sense of just consistency, good product, and just rinse and repeat and kind of getting that all out.
Well, we've definitely been more consistent.
Which is great, which is awesome.
What I would say if I have just
fucking fight, bro.
If we're gonna be just airing everything,
yep,
that's what we're gonna be doing. Is Nico, I'd like to see you bought in.
I feel you. I totally feel you.
You don't even have Bad Brain in your fucking profile.
I don't.
No.
I don't think he ever has, because remember I said this about a year ago. We were still at J5s. I'm like, he took Bad Brain out of his profile and he said he never had it.
I thought I did.
So, I mean, you want to be a content creator, and I'm not just picking on you because I'm going to talk about Al too. You want to be a content creator, like as your job. Is that yes?
Yeah. Well, I want to work. Well, like the thing that I have right now. Yeah, I just want to be a social media. I want to work on a social media team, whether it's through like a media brand, entertainment brand, or a sports brand.
But you're currently on one, and you don't contribute to it.
I am for sure. Yep.
Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to pick on you.
No,
I'm not.
I should be pumping out the most content out of the three of us. I should be, and I'm not. And that's a problem. I have to change that. I gotta step up to the plate and swing the bat. I can't just talk about shit. I gotta get shit done. Now it's nice that I might be in the works of acquiring something like that. So my job that I will be working with, and then I have this that it will kind of help me out and kind of hone me into like provide more to and be bought into.
You think because you're going to be in that space already?
I'm be in that space, yes. That's why I'm be back on, all the apps that I used to have and that not. I know what I need to do. It's not like I'm not deflecting what you're trying to say to me, Justin. I hear you loud and clear. I know my job is I have to be bought in. I have to be like very present as well, like on our page. I should, like I said, I should be pumping out the most content. Al does a great job. You even do a great job with the videos that you have. Where am I? Where have I been? You've seen literally barely to minimal of nothing of me, because that's on me though. That's on me. And so I got to take it upon myself. I got to take it back in and, and we just go from there. I 100%. I think it's totally fair to say that, hey, listen, there's three guys on this podcast. One guy used to be very, very at the forefront of the content and the videos. Where the fuck has that kid been? And AKA me, I have just been cruising. I've just been kind of tagging along. That's what it seems like. And that's what it feels like, at least for me. And I know it's been like that for a minute. It's been like that before Thanksgiving. So we're talking before Thanksgiving. It's March fucking 4th. So that's 3 to 4 months of me just kind of dragging ass. So
yes, and then it's like even with Al, you get like in this mode where it's like, and I get it, you're joking, you do a lot of ball breaking, it wears people down, and it does. So it's like you blaming all Marco leaving all on me is just simply not true, because you did it to me, and it made the podcast unenjoyable for me until me and you had a conversation. So you've been much better at that.
When was that?
We had a conversation about it. We had a conversation in the restaurant.
I don't remember it, but probably I don't remember.
Yeah, we had a full conversation about it. I get it. Was I trying to be like I said?
No, I don't.
I was just trying to add some options to the merch store. It's my fault. I should have 100% asked you. Normally we talk about everything. I don't even know why I didn't. It wasn't me trying to be malicious. But I completely see your point. Totally.
Okay.
You know, I do apologize.
So we'll move forward.
I wasn't trying to like step on anybody's toes, and that's a me thing. I do that a lot, I guess.
Yeah, it's definitely a you thing. You do it a lot. Listen, I think that if we take out some of the stuff and you're just focusing on the content, and I would love to see some Heal food court videos. I'd love to see the Heal stuff. Then you just go to really nice places that like people love and you just trash on it. I love to see that.
And here, I know you would, but here's my thing, and why is it's not going to bring business in.
So you're selling out.
I'm selling my soul like John Cena.
I'm fine with that. Listen, as long as you admit it. But before you said you were sick of food reviewers. This was 3 weeks ago.
I know.
I'm sick of food reviewers.
I am.
He's sick of them. He wants to turn into the heel of food reviewers.
Yeah.
I'm making this thing food court. I'm just going to trash on every fucking place.
Well, food court it didn't make sense, because food court, it's like, you're getting a judgment. You're either guilty or not guilty.
It's just everyone was guilty. That was the whole point. I like though
that you're seeing it from an outside standpoint as far as a podcast. If you're going to sit there and you're going to fucking trash on certain places.
That's what I'm saying. It's
you're
like
closing a lot of doors.
That's what I'm trying not to do.
Yes.
I know, but it's like content-wise, it's like he's turning into a sellout. It's like he can't make fun of anybody now.
No, I can't.
He's been on this podcast.
It's not that.
I can do not guilty. I mean, I can do guilty 100%.
So you're just a food reviewer now.
No, I'm not a food reviewer.
You're
now.
a food reviewer now.
I do it with other things too. I did it with the aquarium. I did it with fucking the lights.
Clearly a food reviewer.
I make videos,
and he's only doing that so he could get.
I got requested the other day to stop making the Target videos again, and it's a good idea. I should be like it's a layup.
I'm fine with it. My point is the hypocrisy of Justin, not at all what like the train of thought that he's going with. It's his hypocrisy that not a mere 3 weeks ago he was like, listen, I'm sick of food reviews. How do people go online and review food? No one gives a fuck about your opinion. I'm just going to be the heel guy. And now he's doing the most vanilla food reviews you could do.
I don't think it was that vanilla.
No, it's down the line. It's just down the line of food review.
I thought it was a great video.
No, it's a good video.
It got more traction, more comments, more shares than when I did the other way. So I'm just using my adult brain.
I get it.
And business brain.
I get what you're doing.
It's not going to be feasible for us as a podcast to grow if I'm just going to be shitting on people. There's going to be a handful of people that find it funny. Joe from Gloss is going to find it funny. Maybe a couple of Pulling the Cork people will find it funny. But that's where the buck stops. And that's not going to help us grow. So I can try to.
So now you want to be a food reviewer. I'm fine with it.
Because now, what if we walk into a certain place and have a conversation? It's like, hey, my cousin.
Well,
I think pod owner in X, Y, and Z, and it seems like you had a lot to say about their business. It's like, all right, so we're gonna get up and leave this meeting because.
Listen, the point is that I'm fine with it. Like, I get what Justin's doing. He's selling out for sponsors. I get that. It's fine. I get it. Like, you go to these places. He wants to become. What do you eat today, sir?
And that's not true either. That's also not even.
You want to do that with extra stuff.
It's not just food either. Like like I said, I went to the aquarium. I did the aquarium video.
Yeah.
Like I want to do that stuff too. So it's
So
not
you want to
just-
review places. You want to be a life influencer.
I don't think it's not even that because it's just I want to incorporate humor.
You need to find your voice. What's your voice?
I want to incorporate humor as well, which I think I typically do.
So these are going to be straight down and arrow. They're going to be like how you feel about the place.
I don't even think I wouldn't even say reviews. I want to say spotlights. And the guilty, not guilty verdict is guilty, you shouldn't visit, not guilty, you should visit. And you form your own opinion. I'm just doing a showcase.
I think you need to make a different thing. I think it needs to be different from food court because now you're putting yourself just on food by saying food court.
Yeah.
Come up with a different brand. Food court's dead. It's been dead since episode 2. There's no more food court because
people like it though.
No, you got to call it something different.
Yeah.
I'm not saying stop the line of content. Call it something different. Call it, I don't know. You have to come up with the boneyard. I don't know. Call it something else. Food court to me was living in, I love that stuff. You know, I'm a niche market
You wanted
guy.
me to go full heel.
You said it though. And I was like, I love that idea.
And I love it too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I don't love it. I want to fully do that. I would love to
Can I ask you
fully do
an
that,
honest
but
to
it's
God
not
question?
possible to.
Are you going to be able to take any criticism?
Yeah,
when
I don't know
someone
why you
says
think I can't. Just
you're
'cause I talk
copying
shit.
every other influencer in the thing.
Who gives a shit?
Are you going to be able to take that?
But who gives a shit about? I don't care about people's opinion.
I just think you get very soft in the comments.
I'm sure you've already got DMs from whoever already talks shit about me, which they're still a fucking pussy and never slid in the.
I am going to say I did get one DM, but you know who the person is.
Yeah,
and he might have commented on the video too.
Yeah.
And
that's
that's I will agree. I did get one.
Yeah.
Listen,
so
that's fine if you're going to be the spotlight guy. It can't be called food court. Not my idea of food court. Because if you're not going just to food places, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Well, so I just meant the style of video, a spotlight style. I think the food ones can be food court and
spotlight
then
videos.
If I did like a spotlight on, like I went to the aquarium, I'm just showing you the experience that I had,
right?
And whether I liked it or not, and if you should visit or not.
Yeah, I mean, the only way you can.
I think the food stuff can still remain food court, and I think if I did like I did the aquarium video, you just don't call it food court, but it's the same.
I would call it the same thing on everything. That would be my opinion.
Yeah, but I just like food court is just such a good name,
right? But
it's like, how do you give? I don't think I can beat that name with something else.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's your alley of content. So you have to decide. You're not going to be in your car screaming about coffee, right? So I wouldn't expect you to like what I do, and I'm not expect to like. And I'm not even saying like or support. I'm just saying that. It's at the end of the day, it's your decision what you do. I really thought you were just going to go trash places. So that's why I'm in the comments being like, this is not food court. This is not the food court I know and I love. I love the Newbridge video, even though you actually did order a burger just to eat the burger. I like that train of thought. And I think anyone with a brain, any single person with a brain that has a business knows that you're obviously being sarcastic.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't though.
Yeah, certain retards on the internet do, but a business owner would see that and just be like, "Wow."
Than not.
I don't know. Yes, the retards would be like, and that's what you need. You need that to go.
If I could do that, and businesses are would still have me do it, but even do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yes, I know what you mean. So you're thinking of this strictly, so you're watering down your content for a business.
See how you just?
I'm just saying. I'm saying
how he just
is he watering down his content? He's watering it down a little bit.
I don't think I'm watering it down.
Okay, we all have to make tweaks.
I think
you have to make tweaks.
A different route. So I wouldn't say it's watering it down. It's just you're taking a different avenue. I'm taking a different road. That other road still exists. It's not like I can't take that road. All I'm saying is if we're gonna grow and do these things, it's gonna make it 10 times more challenging for us to do that. So I'm looking out for the brand as a whole by doing that, as opposed to
my thing is you were extremely critical for a long, long time about Mark Lewis just doing videos. He's doing the pizza reviews, and you didn't.
I
love
would
it.
never do a pizza review. Ever.
Well, but it's the
Why
same.
would I
but-
compete with fucking?
But you get it. It's the same thing. There's
Dave
9
Portnoy.
million people. Now, granted, Dave Portnoy's like the top of pizza reviews, but there's 9 million people out there doing the same thing you're doing. I'm just saying the hypocrisy style. You're doing the same exact thing.
But if you listen to the video, watch the video.
I watched the whole video. I watch all the content.
I'm not doing a food review.
You're doing an experience review. I get
I'm
that.
doing an experience review. The experience could be anywhere.
But
It just
everyone
happened to
does
be-
experience reviews.
Well, what would you like me to do for?
I think I have fucking
No.
pneumonia in this house, dude. It is freezing in here.
Listen, I'm not.
It is so cold in here. Like, I've been cashed out for like 10
Hey,
minutes.
guess what? The cameras, I don't know how long we're at. We're probably close to 2.
Like,
'Cause it's cold.
almost 3 hours. Unreal.
And it's beautiful. So we're
Well,
gonna have
I would like to know, because Al's taking everything over. Al's going to be posting everything, and Al's going to be the director from now on.
Well, all I'm going to do is hit collab, accept collab on your video. So when you do a food collab, I'm going to be in charge of hitting accept collab on Bad Brain.
And if I make
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's all it is. It's really all the thing is like, guys, let's just talk to each other. Be like, hey, I'm looking for a collab at 12 o'clock. I'm looking for a collab at 6 o'clock. Yeah, no problem. There's nothing planned. You know what I mean? Like, we're good.
That's how you should do it.
That's how it should be. It's just one guy posting. It's way less people in the kitchen.
I want to know what videos you want me to make, Al.
Oh, on a personal level?
Yeah.
I would have loved for you to go full heel. I would love for you to actually lean into it. I don't think you're capable of it because you're too soft online.
I don't think I'm soft online
You switch
at
too
all.
much. Yes, you get too insulted by it.
You read the comments too
He
much?
reads the comments too much, so I don't think he's capable of that.
But give me some examples of where I'm too soft online.
All I'm saying is we're on this podcast.
I'm not allowed to comment back.
We get into the hypocrisy
No,
stuff.
you can,
I
bro.
can't
You
chirp
can't.
back. If you chirp me, I'm going to chirp you back.
You can't listen.
Doesn't mean I'm taking it personal.
My point is that like if you're gonna put stuff up, so you put up cooking videos, right? You put up the chili video.
Yeah.
Fine. People are going to be in there saying you should rinse the beans. You got to be able to deal with that. I think you dealt with that fine. A lot of people are going to have shit about your chili. You just got to deal with that fact. You still aren't over that I hated your turkey chili when you made it for me.
You didn't even eat the chili I made for you here the second time. You didn't even eat it.
I didn't eat it.
I know you didn't.
I didn't eat it, but I never really asked for it. You just dropped it off.
Yeah, you did.
And it was 5 days later. It wasn't like on point. Brendan got it off the stove. You brought it to the Pulling the Cork guys. And they got it off the stove. I get it
You were
5
on
days
vacation.
later. So it is what it is. Listen, my day
It
didn't
wasn't
work out.
bad.
I don't know. I know. Chrissy, did you have the chili? No. No one had the chili.
No one had the chili.
I got the chilies right now.
That's not the point. The point is that when you come on here, this would be like me all of a sudden. I'm trying to think, what if I went hard on? I probably went on hard on a lot of things.
Am I not allowed to change my mind on something?
So you want to be a food reviewer?
It's not necessarily. No, I don't want to be. What? I just told you this.
What fucking dude? We have been going in circles about this fucking topic for like 25 minutes.
Let's end it.
This
Anyways,
is fucking. I don't even know where.
I agree.
I'm trying to keep track. This is so like Daytona 500. We just fucking turn it.
I don't care really what Nico does.
We did 2.5 hours of you talking about your relationship. We all sat there.
I totally
and just
hear you.
fucking listened to it.
That is true.
and I'm
Justin
thankful.
does have a point there.
I'm thankful for that.
That we
and
did
you're
let
talking
Nico go
about
on for
20 minutes that we're going in circles is crazy. That opinion.
I'm just trying to. I got a mic over here. I'm just gonna let you know what's going on over here on this side.
Yeah, everyone's allowed to voice their opinion.
I'm just trying to get to the bottom of what Al thinks that I should be doing.
No, you just went so hard that you think the food reviewers are all lame, that they all do the
and
same
I didn't
things.
even have this conversation on this podcast. I had it on.
I don't
Pulling
know.
the Corks podcast.
I've done fucking 500,000 hours with you on a mic. I don't know which podcast it's been on. But this has been a thing. He hates food reviewers. He thinks no one's original. They're all the same. All this stuff. Now he's becoming a food reviewer. So what do we not expect to be like?
I can get what he's saying. Like, I love Mike. I'm happy for him and all that. But like, who the fuck are you? In plain English.
Yeah, but at least he says that in the video. He's like, listen, I don't know the most about everything. All you're getting is my opinion. He says it in his videos.
Yeah.
That's it. You're getting his opinion.
Their opinion. So like you want to share your opinion, dude, on anything. No, Justin, like on anything. Movies.
No one gives their opinion more than me. So like I get
agree.
it. I get
I'd like
what
to
you're
see
saying.
you be doing movies. I think that's your bread and butter. I thought that
movies, wrestling, there should have been more content from the wrestling side. That meme did good. Justin needs to start doing like breakdown, green screen stuff on that shit. Movies too.
Yeah, but I feel like
award season. You should have been doing.
Audience just does not give a shit about fucking wrestling like that.
Okay,
but people do.
But there's.
I agree.
Yeah, that's like what we were saying. I was like, I'm sure people don't want to fucking hear me blabble on about what I went through for fucking an hour and a half. But I mean, there is probably, we do have female, like it just happened to show up.
I would say that
females that listen to this, there's stuff of what we talk about that resonates with everybody. I
think that more people are going to be fascinated by the last 20 minutes of this podcast than the first fucking hour and a half. I just think that there's certain people that like the infight and shit and all that stuff. So they're going to fucking,
but like,
they're going to jerk off.
We don't come here to just infight with each other.
I know. I agree.
We can debate on stuff. That's cool. Or we could talk about like, shitting on somebody or just busting balls. That's fine. We don't want to sit here for an hour and a half and just fucking sit, go, oh, well, you did this. Oh, well, you did that. I get it. People do love that because they don't have that in their lives. So they just come to us for it.
Yeah.
I had people tell me like, I literally just love listening to you guys argue. I'm just like, because you know what? In your family, I guess nobody argues. No one ever argues about anything.
Yes, man.
It's always that shit. So, no, I get it. Justin's trying to figure out what Al would like for him to see him do. Al's trying to tell him,
I'm just saying, like, he came on the podcast, it was being all like against food reviews. Remember, he went really hard. And then I remember we were outside. I know we were outside at one point. And I said, listen, if there's one food reviewer you can respect, it's What Do You Eat Today, Sir? Because he gives you both sides. It's not fake. He goes, they're all fucking bought. They're all bought. He was going crazy.
Yeah, I was pissed off.
They're all, so now he wants to go be one. So it's like,
they're all crying about the taxes, dude.
This is like Maya Wu becoming a cop. That's what it's like.
They're all
Maya Wu's becoming a fucking cop right now.
I'm sick of not making money 3 years into this podcast. I'm ready to once John Cena turns,
it's desperate.
I'm ready to turn.
He's coming off as desperate, right?
You can't. I'm on the other side. You can't even closely look at it like that.
Yeah, no, that's what he's doing.
All I'm saying is it's
Maya Wu becoming a cop.
My genuine opinion for food stuff is if we're just going on and just dogging it's like we're in the restaurant business. It's like not a good look for us to be doing that. A. B. Don't you want to be invited into places?
Well, you could go to Change. You could go to McDonald's and be like, these are the worst fucking fries on the face of the planet. Yeah. This is my first time ever at McDonald's.
I get it. Those videos are fine. That's fine.
That would be mad funny. Yeah. It's my first time ever at McDonald's.
What is this place? I think it's called McDonald's.
Okay,
like, what's this M?
Stuff like that is fine. But if you're going to do like local businesses, then it's like I can't be invited into fucking Regina's Pizza and just shit all over Regina's Pizza.
I know where you're coming from. I get that where you're coming from.
I would be totally shifted like 75-25. If I was invited in places, I would more than likely just tell you that it's good rather than telling you that it's bad.
This is the problem with being serious. So if you put up one serious video, all the other ones look serious. So now you cannot be a heel. You have to be serious. My problem is that you were so against the serious shit for so long.
This is why I like the idea of food court, because you can be both. I can be both sides of the coin.
So you're just a reviewer. You're saying if it's bad or it's good.
I guess, but it's more of a spotlight.
You're semantics now. That's the same thing.
You're just arguing semantics.
You're just being a regular
semantics means.
You're saying it's a food review, but it's not just food.
I get it, but everybody, like, okay, let's just take Mike. We'll go back to Patrigno. We'll go back to What Do You Eat Today, Sir? He mentions the experience. He talks about the food. He talks about everything that happens there. He brings in people, like personalities that recur and everything. He makes like a little series where people want to see him do it. It's all about the experience too. It's not just about the food.
But I also want to go to places that none of these places people.
I don't think you could do that. What Do You Eat Today, Sir? You could never catch up to his places. Yeah. He's been to every type of place. He eats all different types of food.
Yeah, but I'm not even trying to compete. It's like not even.
What you need to do though,
my
the one thing I got to tell Patrigno,
to compete with him.
You need to first of all grow out your hair. He might be the hairiest human being on the face of the planet. His arms, he looks like he has a sweater on 24/7. So like you need to grow out your hair. If you want to be Patrigno, you got to grow out your hair.
Who said I want to be Patrigno?
Okay.
You're like leaning into this, and it's
I'm just
a little aggravating.
listen. You went crazy one day, and I'm just holding your feet to the fire. When I go crazy on a lot of stuff that I'm sure I don't forget that I forget when I do. I want you to hold my feet to the fire with that stuff.
Yeah, it's like all I'm saying is I thought my idea for being a straight heel is a perfect idea, but it's gonna hurt us. So it's like,
don't do it with food. Do it with something else.
Like what?
Movies.
You can't just be a complete heel because I love all movies.
Just shit on The Sopranos, like doing a thing of like how bad The Sopranos are. Yeah. Unbelievable. James Gandolfini might be one of the worst actors ever. He breathes and he just breathes through he needs to breathe through his nose. You know, stuff like that. You could do it on anything. You could legit flip it on anything.
Yeah, but like I did an unboxing. Did you see my unboxing?
I want you to do whatever you want to do. I just don't want you to be like, okay, I'm only doing this for a sponsor, because then it becomes ingenuine and it's not you.
Oh, we don't even have any sponsors.
Yeah,
so
no, I get
doing
that.
it for any sponsor.
But you just submitted to it that you're doing this so you can get sponsors.
Well, I'm trying to get us sponsorships. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So
a sponsorship doesn't necessarily have to be a food place.
I don't think you should water down your content to a ridiculous point. I'm not saying that video was watered down. I'm saying in general, like, don't think that way. Think about just producing the best content.
How I know it was even a good video is because your wife liked it. Your wife doesn't like any of our content. And your wife liked that video.
Okay, so she liked your video, so that means something?
Yeah, it does, because it tapped into a different market. People were commenting on that
That's
video.
fine, Justin.
That's fine. Never commented on any of our stuff, calling each other losers. And
I'm fine with that. I get that. I'm fine with it, but just admit what you're doing and why you're doing it. That's all.
I'll never admit to nothing.
So it's fine.
Let me look in the camera. I'll never admit
as long as you're being like, if you, this is the thing. And I'm going to go back one more time because he's the GOAT reviewer. I'm going to go back one more time to Patrigno. If he don't like something, he's going to tell you he don't like it.
Do you think I like Dave's Hot Chicken?
No, but you're past that now. You're a food reviewer now.
Oh my God.
You're not just trying to get Marco jacked
calling
up.
me a food reviewer.
You're a food reviewer now.
No, I'm not.
That Tokyo Drift was copy and paste what everybody else would do with maybe a couple funny one-liners added that they can't think of.
How else would you film it?
Exactly. That's my point.
What I'm saying is you're saying copy and paste. How else would you film it?
You can't, but that's my point. It'd be like us making a skit and then not calling us skit guys. It's a comedy show.
I get it.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like I get what you're saying. Like
we're
you're throwing
arguing
jokes.
just semantics.
Yes.
Nico is tapped out.
Nico's been tapped out.
Remember 5 minutes ago he said I need to be more present and I need to do all this and that.
Guys, I just don't know where I can just jump into this conversation.
Hold on though. Can we give one thing though? Justin was tapped out for like an hour and 15 minutes of the podcast where you were airing.
No, he was actually working on putting together a banger of a song.
But he still was tapped out. He was not involved in the conversation at all. It was basically a me and you episode, and Justin just showed up at the beginning and the end.
Well, what I was trying to do was write stuff and do the controllers.
Yeah.
So that basically takes me out of a conversation.
Were you making a song about this?
No.
Okay.
No,
right,
not at all. I was watching Justin's kid jump around in a playpen, to be honest. That's what I just was watching for like fucking 5 minutes.
Listen, it is what it is. You're a food reviewer now. I'm fine with it, dude.
Yo, if I hear him say that,
I was wrapping it up.
I was wrapping it up. Like, I'm going to
I'm saying. Like, he just,
I was wrapping it up.
I
was wrapping it up.
I say things and he just can't.
I wrapping it up.
He can't let it go.
Listen, I think we got all on the same page here. We're going to shut off the cameras and have sex, all three of us, and make sure we're on the same page.
We'll keep the audio.
Fucking cousins.
Should only take a few minutes.
No, I think we got on the same page. We're going to move forward. You're going to see some great food reviews from Justin. You're going to see an ounce of content from Nico. I'm going to be hitting collab on the videos. This is where we're going to be right now. You look like Cyclops.
Strong boy. I love it. Do I? Justin, can you give me laser vision right now?
I could try.
Someone
in post. I could try and post.
Right. Well,
we're wrapping it up, guys. We're here to stay. We're here to stay. There almost wasn't a podcast. The next shit, the future. We saw the future. I feel like we're moving in the right direction. Maybe there won't be a podcast. We're going to have fun. Okay. We're going to get less done.
I did buy some podcast equipment for my house to do movie watch alongs.
Okay.
Nice.
So Justin's setting
Hell
up
yeah.
for when he quits this podcast to do food reviews and movie podcasts by
Setting up
himself.
shop.
Him and Savina are starting an OnlyFans. I don't know if you heard that. Maybe that'll be coming down the pipeline. We'll put the link in.
There'll be $20 off.
Link in the bio.
Justin's gonna get pegged. Justin's gonna get pegged on camera. Now you would I would pay money just to not watch that.
I could never. I could never. I know I made the Rhea Ripley joke about getting pegged. I could never do that.
Do you think Nico could?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
What could I do?
You think you get pegged?
No, I'm good with that.
Okay. Yeah. You get pegged.
All right, guys.
One time
be on
again.
the lookout for some more food reviews from me.
Yes.
And be
straight down the line.
Be on
Straight
the
down the line.
lookout for seeing more of this guy.
So, guys, for real though, follow us on YouTube at Bad Brain Pod. Follow us on Instagram at Bad Brain Pod. Follow Justin at Run Forest. Follow Al at Relax Guy Town.
Follow us on
Follow Nico
Patreon.
at NL94 with 34 underscores. I don't even know. He's changed it. Now it's 3. I thought it was 2.
Oh, is it?
I think it's 2 now.
Follow Al's cat.
Yeah, follow my cat in the background. She almost jumped out the window. Follow the Kowloon from Saugus. That's it. Obviously, we fuck you, fart sucker.
Oh, yeah.
Guess what? You didn't get us yet, fart sucker. We're not done yet, fart sucker. You fucking scumbag, because I know you've been hoping and wishing for it. He was hitting his fucking pincushion for weeks, probably. He's the one that probably put the stuff up, logged onto Justin's login just to put it up to get everyone fucking
That's what
mad.
he did. I didn't even make a shirt.
That's what it was.
I
He's
never
the
even
fart
made a
sucker.
shirt. I don't even have the logins.
All right, we'll see you next week.
Let's go.